Last year, the Troy Colts sported an all-around strong team. They maneuvered through the playoffs, and in the end, they found themselves on top of Bay City Central, bringing home their first state championship. Now, Coach Gary Griffith has refined his team. Quarterback Kyle Rance is said to be Oakland County's most improved player and is also a defensive threat. Running back Teron Adams is one of Troy's offensive threats. Troy has that second title in its sights as the Colts take on Pontiac Central on the TCI Game of the Week.
The TCI Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
From Troy High, it's the Pontiac Central Chiefs and the Troy Colts. Hello again, everyone. I'm Joe Abramson along with Jack Roberts. And tonight we've got a matchup of two of the top teams in Oakland County and some of the top players in Oakland County as well.
Yeah, everything on the table tonight, Joe. Number 1 in Oakland County versus number 3 here at Troy High. The defending state champs, undefeated, Pontiac Central, has to get it done on Troy's field. Almost an impossible task when it comes to high school football.
And we're going to see probably the best player in Oakland County in Dante Robertson for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Pontiac Central comes in under head coach Irv Speaks. Dante Robinson can do it all. You'll see him at quarterback, at tailback, maybe in a little bit even at the receiver position, Joe.
Yeah, pretty much does everything but sell popcorn at halftime. We'll be right back with the kickoff on TCI Cable.
I wrote a letter to TCI because of the kind service and the kindness that was given to me when we needed service. I'm a district manager for Family Dollar stores here in Detroit and Pontiac. And being a district manager over 16 stores, it's important for us to maintain good customer service day in and day out. If you don't give good service to customers, you don't maintain good service, you don't maintain a good company. And TCI, in my book, has certainly represented customer service to the nth degree.
On the Master Anglers, we bring you the hottest fishing action around the state of Michigan. From tips and techniques to advice and stories from the pros, the Master Anglers gives you the info you need to catch the big ones. Plus, it's just plain fun. That's the Master Anglers, Thursday nights at 8 on TCI Channel 63.
Back here at Troy High School, waiting for the kickoff between the Troy Colts and the Pontiac Central Chiefs. I'm Joe Abramson along with Jack Roberts, and again, this is probably the game of the week. Judging by the number of newspaper reporters here, definitely the game of the week.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't tell by the stands right now. There are the crowd's still milling in, but up here in the press box, it's standing room only. We've got all the newspapers, and as you take a look here at the records.
Well, you see, last year Pontiac Central, a little bit of a down year there last year in the Saginaw Valley Conference. Troy, obviously the state champions, that one lost to Waterford Kettering, and they avenged it this year. And this year, you see why it's number 1 against number 3 in the county and two of the top teams in the state. And Troy, in fact, number 16 in the country.
And that one loss from Pontiac Central, that was an overtime loss to Clarkston, 21-20. Dane Fife connected late, or I should say in overtime on a big throw to beat them.
And if that tells you anything, Troy also played Clarkston, a game we did the first week of the year, and pretty much had their way with them. So if common opponents mean anything, as you see Gary Griffith, a little bit concerned, I think, because in his mind they just don't match up in terms of speed with these guys. But it did rain today, and he's hoping for a lot of rain, and Irv Speaks is just hoping that his team can keep it close and use their speed and take get the victory.
You're looking at a lot of years on both sidelines. You've got Coach Griffith, I believe, in his 17th year now. Coach Speaks, he's been coaching for 30 years, and this is a huge game. Both coaches, you could tell, were a little bit nervous there during the pregame, Joe.
Oh, yeah, and both trying to get that playoff positioning. In Pontiac Central's case, another loss puts them borderline on the playoffs. Probably still make it, but you don't really want to have it. Troy's going to kick off to open the game.
And you can see as we line up the kickoff, there's puddles that have formed on the field. The rain today really worked in Troy's favor. It'll help slow down Pontiac Central.
And we're going to have, I believe, Quisenberry kicking off to Pontiac Central. And that's Dixon with the ball, bringing it up the field. Good return by Dixon, finally brought down by James Feeney.
Yeah, Feeney made a big stop. Might have been a touchdown-saving tackle. Darrell Dixon with nothing but speed, 5'11", 195. He's a senior. And Dixon and Robinson really, you see Dixon here looking for the hole. He waits for the wall to develop on the right side, cuts it back, jumps over a couple, keeps the ball in the middle of the field. And if he beats that tackle there, he's gone.
27-yard return. There's your officials tonight. Goodson, Jerlecki, Teague, Shire, and Trzynski. Easy for me to say.
50 years experience between them.
And Dante Robertson comes in at quarterback to start the game. You never know where he'll end up by the time it's over. And he's going to give it off to Dixon to open things up, and he's stopped for a loss. Big play by number 55. That's Adam Adkins, a returning key player from last year's state championship team.
Yeah, Atkins with a big stop. He's only a junior, but he's 6'3", 260. Watch Atkins fight off the block here and take Dixon to the ground. He'll come up and just slam him to the ground. Look at this strength. And he took him on up high.
Held him to a gain of about a yard, maybe a half a yard, but officially we'll give him a yard, and it brings up 2nd down and 9. Dixon and Robertson both with a chance to go over 1,000 yards rushing tonight. And it's going to be Dixon again going off left tackle, bouncing off a few tackles before Kyle Rance leads the way to get him down.
But the key for Pontiac Central, I think, would be getting blocks downfield and to free up their ball carriers. The Troy defense is the strongest defense in the state, and you've got to block some people. You can't allow one-on-one open field tackles because Troy is a team that can take it down. And right here, you'll see it as they take the ball carrier on down low. A lot of people involved on this hit as that Troy defense stood up, and Kyle Rance had to be the big defender there.
Very, very interesting in both teams in that their quarterbacks are both key defensive players.
Exactly.
Now Dante Robertson, who's handed off in the first 2 plays, comes up under center on 3rd down and 4. And again gives it to Dixon, and he's not going to get the first down as he's swarmed by the Colts. Again, Kyle Rance leading the way.
Yeah, no room to run there. And you can't go over on that right side of the Troy defense.
Oh, you got Rance, Aaron Miles, Sebastian Atar. Just a bunch of black jerseys there stopping him, and it brings up 4th down and about 4 for the Chiefs, and we'll see if they're
penetration by the defense is the key. Fighting off blocks, and you got 4 or 5, just a host of Troy tacklers on the ball carrier.
Well, and Gary Griffith had said one of the things they want to do is string them out and not let him get around the corner on him. And they are, Pontiac is in punt formation, but keep in mind, Dante Robertson, among all the other things he does, he's the punter, so always be aware of the fake. You've got Corky McCarthy going back there deep for Troy.
He's a threat.
And a bad snap, and Robertson does look like he's going to fake it. I don't think he's going to get it. Adkins has got him. Well,
look at that speed. Nothing but speed. 4-4.
It doesn't look like he got it. It'll depend on the spot, but I don't think he got it.
I think he did. I want to go against you there, Joe.
All right. Well,
I think he got it by a yard or maybe 2.
And we're not going to be able to tell yet. No,
he's a lot closer than that.
Well, they've got the offense coming out for Troy, so I think it's Troy's ball. Take a look here at the replay, and
nope, he didn't get it. Robinson got run out of bounds short. It's hard to see from here.
Yeah, that's the far side of the field, and at least the jerseys aren't muddy yet.
I thought he got by that yellow rain suit right about there by about a yard, but no.
Well, either way, it's now Troy's ball, and they've got great field position to start their first offensive series with Rance coming up under center. Appledorn and Adams in the backfield, and Adams is going to take it off right tackle and bust it outside. Good first run by Teron Adams. 5-yard pickup. Tackle made, of course, by Dante Robertson.
Yep, Robinson on the stop. Nice strength there. As you'll see, Adams cut off the right side here. And Teron thought he had room to run as he came over the right side. Plenty of blockers in front, but he couldn't shake off Robinson. And the quarterback's got some strength.
And it's interesting to see how much they run right at Robertson. Gary Griffith had told us before the game he wanted to do that. It's kind of a basketball theory. Wear the guy out on defense, it might affect his offense.
You're going to see Teron Adams a lot tonight right at Dante Robinson. I think Robinson's keying on Adams.
Well, it's Adams again, right up the middle, gets about a yard. Not quite the first down. Good penetration by the Pontiac Central defense. Bring up a 3rd down and about 3. Well, here you see the standings right now. Troy, of course, on their way to the playoffs, and hopefully, for them, defending their state title. Clarkston, again, that one loss to Troy. And Pontiac Northern, remember, this after this year, they're going to realign this. So Pontiac Central has a good shot at moving up to Division I. That 6-1 overall record might not happen for them next year.
Yeah, I think they're going to move over to 1.
I think there's a fumble there. Teron Adams had it and got stripped just as he got to the line of scrimmage, and that should be Pontiac Central's ball. And it is. That's number 73. That's Antoine Rouser for Pontiac Central.
Rouser 6'2", 220 in the right spot at the right time. Kind of a missed snap here. See Rance come back looking for Adams. He just fumbled the snap.
Wow.
He was looking to the hole before he had his complete control of the ball. He lost it. It bounced off his shoulder pads. And the big fella stepped in, Antoine Rouser, with a huge turnover for Central.
Well, that missed fake punt opportunity doesn't come back to haunt the Chiefs after all, and Dante Robertson brings his offense on for their second possession of the game, and he's going to throw on the first play. Well, maybe not. Now he's going to try to run, and this is something you see a lot of from Troy, a quarterback sack.
And Robinson can't afford to be taking shots like this early in the game. 4 Colts got nice licks on him right there. If Coach Speaks is on the sideline thinking, no, we can't have Robinson taking these kind of shots. Watch as it's really a draw. He's stepping back. He's not looking to throw at all. A little pump. He'll go up, and the Colts didn't fall for it. The best defense in the state. Got to make a better fake than that.
Well, Dave Fritz and Adkins and Atar and Rance all getting in there quickly. To Robertson's credit, his athletic ability keeps it a second, actually a gain of a yard where it should have been a loss of 3 or 4, 2nd down and 9. Now he's going to pitch it out to Dixon, taking it to the right, and gets tripped up by number 54. That's Sebastian Atar once again, making his presence known early on in this game, holds him to a gain of about a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Chiefs. Daryl Dixon comes into this game needing 105 yards to go over 1,000.
There you get a look at Atar's.
And here's the TCI conference. And, well, for now, we've got Royal Oak Kimball ahead of Troy. These are 2 teams that each could win a state title this year, because Kimball, of course, in Class A, Troy in Double A. That'd be kind of interesting.
Kimball rocked Berkeley.
That was a game you saw here on TCI.
Avondale's a strong team, but they're not as strong as some of those top 5 there.
And Robertson's going to keep it himself this time. That's his first planned carry of the game. There's a flag on the play. I think that's going to come back. The other was, that draw when he dropped back to pass, and you can't tell if he was going to throw that or not, because I guess that's something that he does. He drops back, and if no one's open, he takes off fast. But here's just a designed sweep by the quarterback.
Look at the speed of Robinson here. Shakes off a tackle. Another one. Keeps those legs moving. Grinds it out. He's looking for a first down. Doesn't know a flag has been dropped behind him.
Well, the penalty was against Troy, and they declined it, so it's they're going to take the play in the first down. 1st and 10. That's their first down of the game. And again, Gary Griffith concerned about that team speed. He says that's the one thing Troy does not match up with Pontiac Central is team speed. Well, Robertson looking to throw to the right flat, incomplete, overthrew his intended receiver. That's David Loomis.
Yeah, he was looking for Loomis on the right side. A little bit high, a little bit wide. There's a strong wind tonight. I'd say over 20 miles an hour, and Robinson's fighting it right now.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of throwing. You're going to see here's the first passing attempt of the game for either team.
He steps back. Loomis is open, but he just shoots a little bit high on that one. Bring that down by about an inch, and that's close to another first down.
Good velocity on the throw, which you're going to need, and that's something Kyle Rance also has, is a very strong arm. And in this wind, as you said, you're going to have to throw it real hard. 2nd down and 10, and he's going to drop back to throw again. He's got Loomis open over the middle, but they're forcing him out of the pocket. Kyle Rance has got him back 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Robertson's going to bring it back and try to make a gain out of this. Not quite able to do that, but almost to the line of scrimmage where he's stopped by number 34, Leonce Belton.
Belton really put a shot on him and read that well. Robinson rolls out to the right.
Well, he had everybody chasing him. First Rance was on him, and then Joe Conley, and he had to bust around back.
See Robinson taking a deep drop, looking over his right side. Can't find anybody there. Too much pressure. A lot of black jerseys in front. Look at this athlete. He spins around, kind of beats the referee here. Get out of my way, I'm moving. And he comes back over the right side, but the Colts did not fall for it at all as they strung him out again. The object to run him out toward the sideline and avoid the big run.
And you can see him running very cautiously on that slippery turf, and Leonce Belton with the huge hit at the end brings up 3rd down and about 12. Probably a passing situation again, and it is. He's dropping back to throw, looking for a receiver downfield. Let's go of it. In and out of the hands, it wouldn't have mattered. Looking for Daryl Dixon, I believe. Kyle Rance on the coverage. Brings up 4th down and 12. He was at the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard out of that play.
Yeah, Dixon came out of the backfield there, kind of set up short. and that's what Robinson wanted. But he threw it behind him, but that Troy defense is covering those receivers very well. But Robinson, for some reason, has found something over on the left side of that Troy defense. He's trying to pick on somebody over there.
Of course, it is easier for a righty to roll out that way and throw. Now 4th down, and remember that last time they faked the punt, but the snap was bad. That is something that could come to haunt you, and he is, what, 8 yards back? That's a short drop for a punter, but he gets it off. And this time it was Chuck Connor back there to return it, but the punt went out of bounds, and Troy's going to get the ball 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Chuck Connor, a guy we saw make a huge return against Clarkston the first week of the season. Now the Colts will bring their offense on the field, looking for their, I believe, first down of the game. And you can see still all the mud patches out there, and there's still a threat of rain tonight.
Yep, the rain is only going to help Pontiac Central.
Rance comes up under center, sends Teron Adams in motion to the left. Gives it off to number 26. That's Appledorn. Takes it left and goes nowhere, maybe a yard. Stop was made by Dixon, along with Kenny Taylor.
Dan Appledorn, I'd say 6-foot senior. About 200 pounds. He's solidly built, a fullback.
There's Gary Griffith, and of course, when Troy's on offense, Gary Griffith goes off by himself.
That Coach Griffith said tonight he wants no comment there. But Coach Griffith said, well, I think he can concentrate better. But he said he wants to keep the ball in the middle of the field and pound it. Try to consume some time, keep the ball out of Robinson's hands.
Once again, they go to Adams, and he gets maybe a yard, maybe 2. Once again, it's Daryl Dixon there to stop him. And so far tonight, we're seeing the offensive stars do all the defensive work on both sides of the ball, too.
We get a shot of Adams here looking for a hole. We're going to bust one off the guard there, but there's nothing there. And as you said, Dixon's standing out on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, little help from Kareem Hardiman as well. Brings up 3rd down and about 6. And a passing situation most likely for the Colts. We'll see Rance put it up for the first time tonight. He's got Belton and Connor split out wide to the right.
Be interesting to see who Rance looks for. His top receiver, Patrick's out.
That's right, and Teron Adams is going to go in motion, and they're instead going to run the draw to Appledorn, and he's not going to get the 1st down. Once again, a yard or 2 on the play, and they're going to be back in the punting situation.
Well, as Coach Speaks said for Pontiac Central, he thinks his team can match up size-wise and containment as far as line play goes. Look at that wind.
That's why they're not throwing a whole lot right now. And another thing is, Kyle Rance started out the season real strong, having a great season as a quarterback. Hasn't done so well lately, but a lot of it is the fact that Drew Patrick's not playing. Yesterday was his first practice in a while, and he's just not ready.
Yeah, you know, you have one guy, you're used to him, and then when that guy goes out, it's kind of like you feel shorthanded. You don't know who to go to.
Well, that punt by O'Meara goes out of bounds at the 24-yard line, and Pontiac Central will take over there.
Troy likes that
punt.
field position, though. Good roll there. And, you know, they're going to rely on their defense, try to keep Pontiac Central pinned in here and keep them away from midfield.
Absolutely. It is, and that's something Gary Griffith has said. Field position and then ball control when they can get it. Another point he had made is you see Irv Speaks trying to get his offense going, as far as going back to the quarterback situation, was he was so confident in Drew Patrick catching the ball, and Rance has a lot of velocity, and he could catch it. Nobody else seems to catch those hard throws. And Rance has, he says, reverted to his old form of last year, trying to put too much touch on it,
right,
and floating it over everybody's head.
Trying to finesse it in there, make it easy to catch rather than just throw that baby.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, and they're going to go to Dixon again off right tackle, and it's still not working for a lot of yards. Stop made by Dave Fritz, along with, as always, a couple of his teammates. Atar and Adkins, I believe, in on that as well. Gain of about 2, 2nd down and 8 for the Pontiac Central Chiefs.
You know, on the way up, Joe, I've never seen so many Division I scouts working the sidelines. They're right over here on the Troy sidelines. Then I look down at the roster, and they've got home phone numbers on the roster.
That's not a good idea to be doing that. And we're showing these predictions of Cosmo, the all-knowing seer, who I think is at the game tonight.
He's right on.
Oh, yeah, he's all over it. Pretty much. You know, Cosmo's actually looking at our screen right now, wondering what we're doing. And I think we're going to get a delay of game, which maybe Pontiac Central was looking at Cosmo's predictions too. Well, let's see. Division I, he had Troy picked. You know, at the end, that's not right, but, you know, picking who's going to win it, dead accurate. Look at Division II. And Pontiac Central, see home Lake Orion, And that's a pretty amazing prediction. The bottom two, again, kind of really, that's inconsequential.
Is he running a 1-900 service for personal forecasting?
And donuts.
Donuts, too, huh?
Oh, he's versatile.
Cosmo Tim Horton.
Well, Dante Robertson's going to run that quarterback sweep to the right side this time, and he's run out of bounds by Teron Adams, another offensive player making a defensive stop. Probably the only guy that can keep up with the speed of these guys.
Kyle Rance there trying to get in on that play as well, but Dante Robertson is speed, and nothing but speed, but he's solidly built. Like Coach Griffith said, he has a lot more weight on him than what he thought coming in. Look at that speed.
Well, and then you run him around, you've got three running backs leading the way, including Dixon, who's a tremendous blocker as well as a runner. It gets him almost the first down, third down and about 4.
It's really quarterback slash tailback slash split end splash.
It's very much what Diallo Johnson did last year for Lake St. Mary's. Exactly. They ended up winning the state title with that system. Well, 3rd and 4 for the Chiefs. Coming to the final 2 minutes of the first quarter, and once again it's Dante Robertson, and he's going to get the first down and a couple extra yards. Pretty much running the bootleg and then getting the yardage on his own.
Yep, reverse out and then, take somebody on. He took 2 or 3 defenders on there, and he's just got such moves in the open field. Look at Dante. He'll just curl around, little ball fake, keep it on the hip. He comes around. Now watch these moves right here. These are Division I moves. He slides in between.
I was going to say, you talked about all the scouts that are here, and we talked to Coach Irv Speaks before the game. We said pretty much everyone in America recruiting this guy. He goes, yeah, pretty much everybody in America. And big question is, once you get him, where do you put him? He can do everything.
I know, he's looking like a tailback tonight. I like him in the open field.
First down and 10, and they're going to go this time to Dixon to the left side. They strung him out, and a good tackle made there by Aaron Miles.
Yeah, Miles did all he could to hang on to him there.
And so far, Dixon's getting his yardage, but he's not getting a lot of yards per carry, and the Troy defense is doing what they wanted. They're stringing him out and allowing their size to come into effect and not letting Pontiac Central's speed catch him.
You get a shot of Miles here, one of the best linebackers in the state. Here comes Dixon around the side, but you got to stay lower to the ground off that block right here. Miles comes in. Kyle Rance got a shot on him. Here's Miles holding on and dragging him to the ground. It's nothing but strength. Aaron Miles, 6'2", 210 junior, and he's just a fine prospect.
Held him to a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8, maybe a passing situation. Looks like it is for Robertson. He's going to throw, and the ball got deflected at the line of scrimmage by Adam Adkins, number 55. I think he was looking downfield for David Loomis once again, but Adkins got his hands on it, and it brings up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, he was trying to find some white jerseys, but they were all surrounded with the Troy Colts. You see the pass defense. Little deflection there. Nice jump at the line of scrimmage. But still, there was nobody open downfield.
He had Loomis on the right flat. I think he was looking at him, but yeah, that look, when I saw him throwing, I thought that's going to get picked off.
It's going to get picked off.
And now we've got a timeout for Pontiac Central on 3rd down.
I think Coach Speaks is going to tell Dante, look, don't throw it. Just, if it's not there, tuck it away and keep it. Run it.
That's right. Well, hey, Halloween's almost here. And TCI is offering 6 good reasons to stay indoors. On Monday, October 30th from 3:30 to 11:30, watch all these premium services for free. So get together with friends, stay safe, and take advantage of a great night of movies, sports, and entertainment.
Which one you going to watch, Joe?
Oh, man. I'm going to get picture-in-picture and watch all of them.
What, are you recommending that to our viewing audience?
Yeah.
I think the TCI pay-per-view director just cringed on that comment.
Well, he's offering it for free. I don't think he cares.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to watch Disney and try not to get confused, Yeah,
well, I think it's a Monday night, so Melrose plays something anyway.
Oh, hey.
There you see the Troy bench trying to keep warm, which is not easy to do. And there's Gary Griffith. Now that his team's on defense, he's back in the middle of everything. Gary Griffith I don't think he does anything on offense. I mean, seriously, he knows it too. It's just not his job. He has an offensive coordinator and lets him run it, and he is head coach and defensive coordinator. Irv Speaks kind of does it all.
Yep. Irv's been doing it about 30 years. He said this is one of the biggest games he's ever been in, but he's just worried that he has to do it on Troy's field.
You see some cold Troy Colt fans. 3rd down and 8 for the Chiefs.
They're all running back to the car looking for gloves.
Robertson's going to run that sweep once again, gets a couple of blocks, and not quite able to get the first down. Good pursuit by the Troy defense, holding about 3 yards short. Kyle Rance in on the tackle. I think it's going to be 4th down and 2, maybe a long one.
Robinson get behind a couple more backs here. Bounce off over the right side. He's looking to break it, but he can't get out, and Kyle Rance drags him down in the open field. I tell you, he busts a couple tackles at that level there, and he's gone. There's no one to stop him, and he's got speed. That
play, it's just every time they run the sweep, and he's got London, Dixon, and Van leading the way, and you got three big guys like that blocking for you, and you got that speed.
You get a look at Kyle Rance, 6'6", goes both ways. Quarterback and defensive end, one of the best players in the state.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. And Robertson sends his one back in motion, and now we get a flag.
Too much time.
That's a delay of game. That's going to bring up 4th down and 6 or 7, but it's a lot different play than what they were probably going to run. They send the back in motion, and that leaves only Robertson, but that doesn't mean it's a throw.
Right.
Against the offense, repeat 4th down.
I think it was designed trying to pull the Troy defense off sides.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to work because, again, talking to Gary Griffith before the game, he said, hey, that's the guy we're going to stop. And he's not keying anybody on him, but they all know where he is at all times.
I couldn't believe they weren't keying anybody on him. He said that would be against our defense, really.
You know what? It's very much what Catholic Central does. They don't key on guys. It's just, hey, we're a great defense. You try to stop us.
Bad punt.
Bad punt there by Dante Robertson. It's going to turn out great field position for the Colts. They finally down it at the 34-yard line. Colts ball, and they might not have to run a play this quarter.
Look for power. Yeah, it's the clock, 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And once the official puts the ball down and gets that clock going, they might not have to run something. And I don't know how the wind's affecting going one way or the other.
The wind's at Troy's back right now.
And maybe you want to throw one deep right now.
Yeah, I've tried to air it up a little bit and use that wind.
Well, Rance brings him up to the line of scrimmage with the clock running with 15 seconds left in the quarter. 1st down and 10 for the Colts, and he sends Connor in motion. And now they're just going to run the option. This looks like one of their best plays of the game so far, following Dan Appledorn. Rance picks up about 5 yards, brings
He's
up
so
second down and 5.
quick for 6'6", Joe. It's unbelievable. Look at the footwork on that kid.
Well, tremendous athlete, good basketball player, good baseball player, and here he runs the option.
Now Rance
follows
ball fake, follow the first man through, find a hole, tuck it in so you don't fumble, but quick feet. I mean, all that 6 yards. I see other high school quarterbacks, excluding Dane Fife last week. I mean, they do that, and they maybe have 1 yard, you know?
Well, today we got 2 of them that are going to gain 6 and maybe even more, and that's the end of the first quarter. Pontiac Central 0 and Troy 0. A defensive struggle so far. Next week, TCI ends the regular season with a great rivalry, the Clarkston Wolves and the Lake Orion Dragons. It's the game of the week next Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m. on Channel 63. And
that was one question I had for you tonight, Joe. What's with Lake Orion? I really expected more from that team.
Well, the one game we did, they looked awesome. Dennis Mahan ran for 372 yards.
Do they have 2 losses?
They have, I believe, 2. Maybe 3, I'm not sure, but I know they had the big upset loss to Seaholm, which nobody expected, and that was a big come-from-behind loss. They had the game, apparently won, and Seaholm came up with a big victory at the end.
And their halfback's out of sight, right?
Dennis Mahan. Yeah. 1,500 yards right now, 2 weeks left. He's got a shot at 2,000. Actually, they've got 3 losses looking here, 4 and 3 overall, 3 and 2 in the league. So playoffs are most likely out of the question already.
That was a shocker. I didn't expect them to lose more than 1.
Well, if they can give us the kind of game they gave us the first time, a heart stopper right to the end, it'll be a heck of a game next week. Start of the second quarter, 2nd down and 4 for the Troy Colts. And Teron Adams is going to take it and get close to the first down. Not quite get there. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
That was a good tackle there. Roland Eaton making the stop for Pontiac Central. He misses him there, and Adams is gone. See Teron Adams here, a burst of speed. He burst at that line of scrimmage. He thought he had something there, but Roland came around and wrapped his arms up. Roland Eaton, 6'2", 195, senior defensive end, making a nice stop, tackling low at about the knees. Both these teams fundamentally do things right when they tackle people.
3rd down and 1, and the Colts are going to try to pick it up with Adams, and that second effort might have it. Looks like he leaned into it. I think he got the first down.
That's that explosion at the line of scrimmage. As soon as he's got the ball, I think that's a little bit why he fumbled. He was taken off. As soon as he feels the ball, in his midsection, he's gone. He explodes to the line. He got the first down that time.
Teron Adams, I remember the first week of the season, Gary Griffith had said, hey, this guy is so improved from last year, you won't believe it. And he really has had a much better year. He's been slowed by injuries, a hip flexor injury, but having a great year.
I think he's got a bad hip. Darrell Dixon put a lick on him on that play, though, too.
1st and 10 for the Colts, almost in Pontiac Central territory. Teron Adams avoids 1 tackle and actually turns what should have been a 2-yard loss into probably a 1-yard gain. Depends on where his knee hit. Now it is going to be No gain, 2nd down and 10.
You've got to wonder about the spot there.
Yeah, I sure thought he got at least a yard out of that. Maybe his knee hit sooner than
As
we
he
thought.
came over the side, 72, Nick Jorkowski really laid a lick on somebody. The offensive lineman, 5'11", 208. Look for number 72, Jorkowski, one of the best offensive linemen in the state.
So 2nd and 10, they're going to give it to the first man up. That's Appledorn, and he takes it off tackle and picks up the first down. Gain of 10 yards for Dan Appledorn.
Big hole there.
Yeah, and Dan Appledorn's kind of your jack of all trades on this team.
I think Central got caught looking for Adams, leaning toward Adams, who's cutting off left. Here goes Appledorn right here, finds a huge hole, buries that head down, and he's strong, keeps those legs driving.
Gets him the first down, and they're in Pontiac Central territory. And Dan Appledorn's a guy who, if Teron Adams doesn't get a lot of carries, if that hip flexor acts up again, he'll move to tailback, Conley move to fullback. Kind of does it all. Had a great game against Clarkston, made some key plays over the last 2 years in their run to a 15-game winning streak. 1st and 10 once again for the Colts, and it's Teron Adams breaking free and getting about 8 yards on this play. And right now the Colts offense is clicking, and credit that to that offensive line.
Yeah, the right side of the offensive line is just blowing gaps on Pontiac Central now.
Yeah, you see guys, Steve DeHorn out there, 6'2", 222. Pulling there from the left guard position.
There's
and
Teron Adams finding a hole, getting behind DeHorn there, and just cuts it up. Big gain for Troy. That's 2 or 3 plays in a row where they're just driving. Now, this is their kind of game. Power football, right in your face. Keep it inside and just drive it.
2nd down and 2. Also following the blocks of Jamal Kassar and Don McComb. This time Rance is going to keep it, spin, and get another first down. And when you've got 3 guys carrying the ball, they're all getting yardage. There's no way that the defense can key on you, and that's what they're doing right now on this drive.
You see Kyle kind of look up here, just follow the fake here. He looks down line of scrimmage, picks a hole, he gets it, dives forward for that first down. Nice play for Kyle Rance. Another first down for the Colts. They're on the move.
Yeah, they've got the ball just inside the 30-yard line. I guess we'll call it exactly the 30-yard line. And yes, another first down, and they're doing it with big plays. They're not doing it 3 and 4 yards at a time. It's about 8 yards a shot.
Their offensive line starting to dominate now.
This time it's Teron Adams coming left, and he doesn't get away from the first tackler, and then number 60, Cleon Brown, comes in and finishes him off.
He got caught from behind by 84. Roland Eaton, the defensive end, came up and got him with an arm here. Or Adams was gone. He had a huge hole. That's what he saw. Teron looks, he finds a hole, and there you go. Eaton grabs him right around the waist and brings him down.
And then Cleon Brown finished him off, and that's one of those things with speedy guys. Both teams have to do this. You get one guy to slow him down, and then you let the other guys come in and finish it.
I think Coach Griffith saw that, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts kind of push it back toward the right side again and keep that ball away from Eaton.
There you see a 9-play drive so far. 2nd down and 9 for the Colts at the 29-yard line. This time Rance looks like he's going to throw. He's got Adams out in the flat and hits him. Picks up about 6 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was a beautiful catch. He made it look so easy. That ball was behind him. He caught it up high on his shoulder. Nice hands.
Take a look here. You'll see Dan Appledorn makes a key block that lets him get this throw off.
Yep. A little bit wobbly, a little bit behind there. Adams pulls it in and hangs on, runs out of bounds, but really nice catch from behind. And yes, good key block there, or I think Kyle Rance would have had a defender in his face.
Well, I saw Rance after the play was over, patting Appledorn on the back, kind of saying thank you. And also give credit to Keon Edwards over the big tackle on Adams, or he might have been gone for an extra 10 yards.
In these kind of games, everybody's got to play good. No one can have one bad play. It breaks down the whole offense.
3rd down and 4, and they're going to go to Adams off left tackle.
Not much
like
there.
you said, left side's just not working right now. And that, again, Roland Eaton with the stop.
Yep, Eaton came in. He might have lost a yard there. Eaton had help from 58, Sylvester Thomas, 6'1", 260. You get a look at Sylvester there, the big fella. He jumped in on that play. And that right side of the defense, left side of Troy's offense, Teron finding no room to run there.
Well, it's 4th down and 5, and they've got a kicker, Kevin O'Meara, who's 5 out of 7 on the year from field goal range, but the wind's in their face, and I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, he would be into the wind here.
Well, 4th down and about 5 for the Colts. And Rance fakes it, and he's going to get sacked and fumbled. Sack made by Eaton. The fumble recovery won't matter. It's going to be
a scrap for the ball, though. Either
it's
way.
fourth down. It
Either
really doesn't
way.
matter who gets it. It's Troy's or it's Pontiac Central's ball. I think Rance did get it back.
I got it in my blood. I see that ball on the ground. I can keep.
No, the big thing for him there is recover it just so they don't pick it up and run for a touchdown with it.
No time. You see Roland Eaton come right around the end here. No one picks him up. He's got a free shot at Kyle Rance, and he takes him on up high, knocks the ball free, throws him to the ground. I think Rance recovered, though. Rolled over and recovered.
There it is right there, and Eaton just never bought the play fake.
No, Roland Eaton is a defensive force right now. 6'2", 195 for Central, and someone on that Troy offensive line has got to find number 84 on every play and put him down.
We noticed on that roster going into this game, Pontiac Central's got some size that can match up. Hey, they're going to drop back deep. Robertson's going deep on first down and is not able to find his man. Overthrows him by about 10 yards, looking for Jameer London.
Yeah, London really, he wasn't open at all. That's the kind of thing where you throw it out there and let him run underneath, but don't do that against Troy. They've got two guys deep that weren't fooled by that at all.
Yeah, Frank McCormick and Teron Adams, both back there, both of them closer to the ball as it turned out than London.
You're almost throwing an interception, don't you? You got to look for the white jersey. If he's open, throw it. If not, eat it.
Of course, this is their first offensive play with the wind at their back.
Right,
Maybe they wanted to see what could happen.
They wanted to use the wind.
So now it brings up second down and 10. Probably see Robertson run that sweep again because it's been working in the first quarter. Now he's going to run the draw to Daryl Dixon. And Atkins is there to stop him along with Atar. And Aaron Miles.
Yep, Aaron Miles got in there as well. It takes 2 or 3 to bring him down.
Gain of about 2, third down and 8, and another passing situation. But most of the time tonight, they haven't
Watch the ball fake up high here. Nothing doing. And give it off to Daryl Dixon. Get behind some big linemen there. No room. The Colts did not buy that ball fake or the threat of a pass. They knew it was a run all along.
And again, like you say, it's probably the best defense in the state. You're not going to fake them a lot. You're just going to have to beat them. Third down and 8, probably a passing situation. But again, they've got that 3-man backfield, and this is where they've been running the quarterback sweep out of.
Yep,
and they do, and he almost gets tripped up right away. Now he's got to reverse his field. Dante Robertson is still up.
He's got room on that corner.
And he's got the first down, and he might have more. Joe Conley finally catches up with him, brings him down after the first down, but prevents the touchdown.
Boy, the Colts thought they had him in the backfield twice. He slipped when he first took it. Someone got his ankle as he pulled away, and Robinson just kept his balance and took off.
See, right there, number 4.
Let's see if he balances himself. He does. He stays
McCarthy
up,
got through.
Fights off. He's going to go the other way, and is he down? No, I think he used his hand and kept himself up as he slipped out of the water there, curled back around that left corner, got it, first down. I don't think his knee hit.
You'd be surprised how many times this year we've seen the knees down that the refs have missed. But it doesn't matter. The refs count it, and that's a first down. But this time, once again, Corky McCarthy gets through, and that's 2 plays in a row. They're not able to stop him. This time he comes up with the big stop.
I thought we were going to have a fumble on that one.
Yeah, he got him on the handoff. Dante Robertson, I believe, was looking to give it to Daryl Dixon. You see Corky McCarthy come through.
Number 4, Corky McCarthy pops in right here. I thought we were going to have a fumble that handoff. They did a good job to hang on to that ball as Dixon just kind of grabbed onto it and took it down with him. Great penetration for Corky McCarthy. The 5'11", 180-pound senior just jumped right through a gap there. He was in the backfield, almost took the handoff.
Brings up a second down and 12 for the Chiefs. 2 men in the backfield behind Robertson this time. He's going to give it to Dixon going right up the middle, and he's stopped again, this time by Joe Conley, who was on the ground and tripped him up. Conley got a little help from Aaron Miles.
Can you believe, on the ground, he took his blocker on, he's on the ground, he reaches up and takes the ball carrier down with one hand. The kid's only in high school.
Gain of about a yard brings up a third down and 11. Well, make it a third down and 10. Well, the scoreboard keeps changing, so we'll just go with third down and 10, I guess. And again, a passing situation, but they keep running the ball.
Just trying to be honest up here, Joey. Come on now. Cut him some slack.
Yeah, he must be a math teacher. Trying to be exact.
Tax accountant. Hold on.
Third down and 10, and he pitches it out to Dixon, takes it, trying to go off right tackle, and he's stopped again by Ranson Adams.
Boy, Dixon better hold on to that ball. Adams really had his arm.
Frank McCormick, I believe it was. Correction, number 21. McCormick, who was deep on that one pass play. But brings up another fourth down situation.
Yeah, Corky McCarthy penetration can't get at him. Kyle Rance, he tries to shake him off, can't do it. and then Frank McCormick comes up and put the finishing lick on it, but he almost fumbled. Kyle Rance is strong. He was down on one knee. He reached up. This team must be in the weight room constantly.
Yeah, well, this is a guy who's a quarterback, a defensive end, and when you talk to people about his college future, they talk about tight end.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like another Jay Reamersma. Is just one of those all-around athletes. Fourth down.
Maybe defensive end. I mean,
yeah. Fourth down and 3. And Dante Robertson's going to keep it on the bootleg, and he didn't fool Kyle Rance, but he still might beat him to the corner and does, and gets the first down, and may take it all the way for the touchdown. I think it's going to come back. There's a flag on the play. Dante Robertson's in the end zone, but there's a flag back at about the 10-yard line.
Well, I think, Dante's upset about the flag. Unbelievable run.
Oh,
but
my.
I think if anybody's shocked in its play, it's Kyle Rance.
He
was keying on Robinson. He backed off. He had him. But let's see the call here.
It's going to be a clip, and there's still going to be a first down.
Downfield, unnecessary block. Robinson was by everybody.
Yeah, I think that's why he's upset, too, is he didn't need the block, but it'll be from the spot of the foul, so it should still be a first down.
You see a tremendous rollout here. Robinson fakes to the left, keeps it offside, but Kyle Rance is there out on that end right here. And you'll see right here, Kyle Rance comes in, misses him up high, and he's gone. Robinson's gone. Nothing but speed. 4-4 in the open field. He cuts it back. And let's see, right there was the illegal block from behind. And
that's a shaky call.
I'll tell you, Robinson did not like that call at all.
That's a call I've noticed in high school.
He hit him.
It's on the side. The side is not the back.
Right.
And whenever you block a guy on the side, they call it in high school. In college and the pros, the refs don't call that.
Mm-hmm. You'll see right here on the block. But you see right there. See, he's hitting him in the front, right at the waist. That's not an illegal block. You got to hit him.
Web clipping
And again,
against
probably
the offense. It's the first down.
Still got the yardage for the first down, but it nullifies the touchdown. And if they don't score on this possession, that could come back to haunt them.
It's called home field advantage.
Yeah, but isn't the superstar supposed to get the call? Either way, it's first down with time running out on the first half, 3 minutes and 14 seconds left, and Robertson hands it off to Dixon, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage by, once again, Aaron Miles.
Yep, Aaron Miles, another big stop. But, Joe, let's go back to that play just a little bit, because Coach Speaks had told me in these kind of games, he told his team, if the ref makes this kind of controversial call, you're not going to get into his face. You see the slam up the middle here, nothing. As Troy defense does not go for it. Kyle Rance in on another tackle. Phenomenal night already for Rance. But the thing, Coach Speaks said you can expect on someone's home field 2 to 3 calls to go against you, and you got to overcome those.
Well, Troy ran a 10-play drive, or more than 10-play drive, their last time with the ball, and Pontiac Central's doing the same thing now.
Time-consuming, too. More than 5 minutes already.
Well, Dixon with the ball, and he's going nowhere. Once again, the Troy defense is there to stop him, and once again, it's Kyle Rance leading the way.
Kyle Rance is in on almost every tackle. Phenomenal speed for such a big fella. See Robinson here.
Well, look at the penetration he
Give it
gets
off.
to.
It's Dixon here trying to find something on the left side. Off tackle. Kyle Rance comes right up, stands him straight up with a fundamental tackle right at the waist. You got to love that. He's a strong kid. I've never seen a quarterback with that kind of strength.
Big 3rd down and 8 play here, Pontiac Central. 2 men in the backfield. Receivers split to both sides.
We're getting really close to halftime, Joe.
And they're going to run that sweep once again with Dante Robertson. And this time the Colts are ready for it. Well, I think they're ready for it every time, but this time they're able to stop it. And this time it's Dave Fritz along with Aaron Miles in on the stop, and it brings up 4th down and about 6.
Yep, that call brings back the touchdown here. Now you're going to be stuck on 4th down. You see Robinson, again, looking for some holes, and he just can't find anything there. The Colt defense not going for it. As Corky McCarthy's been all over the field.
Tell you
and
what,
on
too,
that stuff again.
Rob Benson got deep and kept him from sweeping all the way to the corner, and he had to take it up. And that allowed the rest of the line to come back and get it. 4th down and 6. Probably see another sweep. Looks like we do, but he's going to stop and throw in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Kareem Hardiman, and they turn it over on downs.
Boy, Robinson put that on the money.
That's a great throw. Nothing else he could have done.
This is the play that got him a touchdown, but this time he stops, sets up short right here, and just lets it out. And there's Hardiman right in his hands. You got to bring that ball in. This is the #1 ranked team in the state. You got to catch balls like that.
And I think if you catch it, it's a touchdown.
Yes. If not, at least 1st down and goal to go.
Well, as it is, There's a minute 2 left in the half.
See Hardiman there, 6'1", 210, big target, open on that post pattern. Hold on to the ball. It's 4th down.
Well, probably going to see Troy run it out and take the scoreless tie into halftime. They're going to start out with Appledorn going off right tackle, getting about a yard or 2 before being stopped there, I believe, by Hardiman.
Going to make up for it. See Dan Appledorn there. 5'11", 190-pound fullback, takes it off right side, right tackle. I think Coach Griffith will be satisfied with this and take it into halftime. Yeah. If he was to throw the bomb right here, air it up, he's doing it into the wind.
Well, remember, they're going into the wind, too. Yeah, I was going to say, they're in the wind, and they don't have their number 1 receiver out there.
Right, Patrick, out with that ankle injury.
And now we've got...
How long has he been out, Joe? Patrick.
According to Griffith, it's been a few weeks anyway, which would explain why a guy had 7 catches the first week and only has 16 now. But they're real concerned. They want him back for the playoffs because obviously, well, that's the big thing, is defending your state title. And there's a stop on the field, and the officials haven't signaled anything.
But I tell you, Pontiac Central, though, that last year coming from the conference they did, the Saginaw Valley Conference, where they faced teams like Bay City Central, Flint Northern, Flint Southwestern Academy.
Well, Bay City Central, the team that Troy beat for the state championship last year. Now Kyle Rance is going to keep it on the option, just go back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even lose a yard. I don't think it's going to matter.
Troy shut them out in the state final, didn't they? 17-0. A shutout in the state final.
And it was they totally dominated the game. And Teron Adams had he had the 2 touchdowns for him. And now Troy calls a timeout on 3rd down. And I'm a little confused as to why they're doing that. Hey, Roadshow Video. Everybody's favorite show, Pat and Bubba.
Look at these guys. Would you look at these guys?
Oh, they're so nice. It's have you seen this episode? It's a great episode. Pat, they take you to the Renaissance Festival in Clarkston. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. All the games, participate in everything, even show you some music videos, but I still can't get the Rancid video on. I asked for Foo Fighters, I asked for Rancid, couldn't get any of it. Look at that. There's Bubba. There's the main man.
Get him, Bubba.
Bubba's freezing down there.
Look at those gloves.
He's got
I love
big
that.
gloves. Yeah, we're playing with our Etch-a-Sketch again.
He's prepared for the elements. It is a chilly one tonight. It's getting colder by the minute.
Yeah, we don't mind wearing press box.
And low-scoring game, though, when I see this kind of cold, little bit of a wet field, you think fumble, fumble, fumble.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of that yet. No. But as the night gets longer and that ball's on the wet ground a lot, you never know.
Yep,
3rd down and 6 for the Troy Colts, deep in their own territory. 25 seconds left in the half. Teron Adams might have the 1st down. Got close before being stopped by Keon Edwards. I think he did get it.
Look at this block right here from Jaworski. What a shot. Adams finding a hole, but not really. Great tackle there by
Cleon Brown.
Cleon Brown, a Division I recruit at the linebacker spot. Cleon 6'2", 210 with good speed, but fundamental tackling. Both teams block and tackle well.
And once again, Troy calls timeout with 18 seconds left. Time to remind you, Transition tackles tough issues like racism, poverty, and current local problems. Jeffrey Miller hosts this interesting half-hour program designed to open your mind. Watch Transition Wednesday and Friday night at 9 o'clock on Channel 63. Cheerleaders braving the elements as well.
High school football, they're not giving up.
Well, now you got to figure they're going to let Rance air it out deep with the arm that he's got, but
into the wind.
Yeah, they're still not sure who they want to throw to. Leonce Belton is probably their number 1 guy. Even the cheerleaders are strong at the school.
I don't know, maybe look for Teron Adams to come out of the backfield on a swing pass, maybe 10, 15 yards downfield, see if we can free him up, get him behind some good blocking. Well, see if he can break one.
Belton's got one-on-one coverage to the short side of your screen. Instead, they're going to run the draw to Adams, and he breaks free. Nice move by Adams to get outside, and he's trying to get out of bounds, and I believe he does. Now the official signals.
Yep, 9 seconds.
Yeah, he first wound his hand to say he didn't get out of bounds, and then they're going to stop it to move the chains, but they're going to get a shot at one more play and maybe get into field goal range and give it a shot.
The blocking on the right side of this offensive line. Ron Adams is a huge gap to run through. He cuts it out, just misses slipping in that puddle there, gets it outside. Then he says, hey, I'm going to go for the sidelines. I'll get out of bounds so we can get another play on there.
Look who makes the tackle.
That Roberts.
Dante Robertson all over the field. And he did get out of bounds, as it turns out. And right now, Teron Adams on the season has 999 yards.
Might see him do 1,000 right here.
I think you got to throw this time. And Rance does drop, and he's going deep, looking for Leonce Belton, overthrows him. They're going to get one more shot at it. There's 3 seconds left. Good coverage on that play by Keon Edwards. And second down, doesn't really matter what down it is. There's 3 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the half, barring a penalty.
What that call was.
Well, they get the guy with one-on-one coverage, and that's the best available receiver they've got.
Yeah, they're talking to Pontiac Central, so must have won against Troy.
Penalty, illegal man downfield?
Illegal formation.
Field against Black.
I think there was
34
two men
covered
moving in
up
the back.
and went downfield. Repeat, first down.
He says Leonce Belton was covered up, which would mean there was an end outside of him, and he was on the line of scrimmage. But he was lined outside, wasn't he?
I didn't see anybody. If anything, I thought I saw 2 people. One going one way and one going in motion the other way out of the back.
Well, whichever, they're going to take the yardage just to put him farther from the goal line. This will be the last play of the first half, and Rance is going to run the draw to Teron Adams. He gets over 1,000 yards for the season on this play, but doesn't get anywhere near the end zone. And we're going to end the first half the way we started it, 0-0.
And that 92-member band, Troy Band's being ready.
And it's Parents' Night. They've got a long halftime coming up here. And the Troy Colts and the Pontiac Central Chiefs are tied up at 0. We'll be right back with some halftime stats after this on the TCI Game of the Week.
If you wish a video cassette of TCI Sports, the cost is $25. Send a check payable to TCI, along with your name, address, and the names of the teams that played in the game, to TCI Sports Videotapes, 4500 Delamere Boulevard, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Remember to tell us which game you wish to receive. And thank you for watching TCI Sports.
What TCI is looking to do is we're looking to be a full-service provider, a one-stop shopping place, if you will. We're looking to provide all the services that anyone wants to consume in the area of communications, whether that's cable television, whether that's telephone, whether that's data, online services. Our goal is to be able to provide all those through one avenue, and that avenue being TCI.
Coming up this winter, TCI begins its 10th season of high school and college basketball on the TCI Game of the Week. Each week on Channel 63, you'll catch all the action as the area's best teams match up. And the coverage is what you've come to expect from TCI Sports. Don't miss it. The TCI Sports Game of the Week, coming up this winter on Channel 63.
It's the way you inspire. It's the way you grow. It's the way you lead. It's the way you play. It's the way you work. It's the way you discover. TCI. It's the way you learn. It's the way you learn.
Back here at Troy High School, where we still haven't seen any scoring in this game, but there was a point in the second quarter where we thought we did. Joe Abramson along with Jack Roberts. Here's Dante Robertson, the All-American, all-everything from Pontiac Central.
And he's going to go on the bootleg, naked bootleg around the left side. He's going to, now watch, he beats Kyle Rance right up in here. Here's Rance trying to make the tackle up high, misses him. Now no one's going to touch him. Here comes Joe Conley's the last chance right here, number 40. And coming over is going to be Jonathan Van, the fullback, right here. And there's the shot. He's going to hit him above the waist in front. And they call block from behind. This is a terrible call. Look, he's in front, and he hits him on the waist. And there's a touchdown. They wiped the touchdown away. You're on Troy's field. And look, Dante Robinson knows that's a bad call.
And what's interesting is, and you point this out off the air, the ref that threw it, you can see at the end, it was standing in the end zone. That's a good 15 yards away.
Too far away, 15 to 20 yards away.
Well, you take a look at the stats here. Not a lot of passing. Only completion was that 5-yarder to Teron Adams by Kyle Rance. Rushing yards, most of this is coming from Dante Robertson.
Or Teron Adams on the Troy end.
Yeah. And turnovers, that one by Troy was on 4th down anyway, I believe.
Right.
So it really doesn't matter. And Teron Adams, by the way, has gone over 1,000 yards on this run right at the end of the half.
And here's the carry that does it. Teron Adams just bowls his way forward. He's a great ball. Look, there, you see the pad on him right in here. Teron's got a hip flexor. He's doing all this with an injury. Goes over the 1,000-yard mark. He didn't get it last year. Good to see Teron Adams. He's already got 57 yards and 1,003 yards for the year. Way to go, Teron. He's a great running back.
And again, there's a couple other guys we're looking for. Dante Robertson needs 26 yards to get over 1,000. Daryl Dixon needs 80 yards. We could see 2 more guys break 1,000 tonight, and Gary Griffith's hoping not, because they're both on the other side of the ball, and if they go over 1,000, it means his defense isn't doing the job.
You know, football fans, what more do you want? Number 1 takes number 3 in Oakland County. We've got 3,000-yard rushers, 2 still potential. Teron does it. We might see 2 more in the second half, and it's a scoreless game, a little bit of a wet field, little windy. This second half is phenomenal. I don't know if I could stay in the booth. I'm geeked.
And Troy's going to kick off to open the second half. Didn't Troy kick off to open the first half, too? They must be, well, I guess, you go with your defense. They're electing to kick off. And, well, I guess also choose the wind that way. Get the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. That's number 10, Jim Quisenberry, the backup quarterback. Going to be doing kicking off for the Colts. Deep to receive for the Chiefs. Daryl Dixon returned the first kickoff, and Quisenberry's going to send. He's going to squib it, though, short. This may go out of bounds. Instead, it's picked up by number 27. That's Gerald Rasul, and he stopped for no gain on that return. There's everybody involved in that. Tom Appledorn, along with Schweiat, and I believe Dozel. Pontiac Central is going to start out 1st down and 10, the ball on their own 28-yard line, trying to get something going with their offense, and Troy is definitely playing the field position game already, kicking off to open the second half just like they kicked off to open the game, counting on their defense to stop this highly potent, highly effective Chief offense.
I think it's Dante Robinson against Kyle Rance right here, number 6.
Robertson does come up under quarterback, give it off to Daryl Dixon. Is that Dixon with the ball, goes up the middle. That was Dante Robertson getting the ball out of the backfield. I believe the quarterback now is Marquis Stevens, number 1. It is. They've switched quarterbacks, and they're moving Dante Robertson to tailback, so instead of 11, it's number 1, and that was Robertson carrying the ball. Marquis Stevens, 11th grader, a junior, 6 foot, 180 pounds, so move Robertson to the tailback, but that's something we kind of thought we might see. You might even see him at flanker by the end of the night, and there is Robertson getting the pitch and reversing his field as Teron Adams has the pursuit on. Hit, tackle, missed initially by Dave Fritz. Finally brought down by Benson.
Kind of a crazy play on that one. But I think the idea is to get Robinson away, get him deeper in the backfield, pitch him the ball here. He's got more room to find a hole. Right here, he just tries to cut it back, and the Colts didn't go for it.
Well, here's Teron Adams with a little pursuit on him. I think he had him stopped, and here Fritz hits him high. And
Kyle Rance will come in, too, and get a lick on him as well.
That wind, look at that wind still going, and that is in the face of the Pontiac Central quarterback right now. Stevens again pitches outside to Robertson, who slips, fumbles, picks up the ball, reverses his field, stays on his feet, tripped up finally by Adam Adkins, and then finished off by Atar. And that's going to make it 4th down and 6, and Central's got a punt here.
You get a shot here. Robinson with the ball again on the pitch.
Did you see once again, Corky McCarthy got in and almost tackled the quarterback?
Good penetration. He wheels it around. You see McCarthy, number 5 there. See Robinson trying to battle, just scrapping, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Pontiac could go nowhere on their first drive.
Now we've got Robertson back to punt. 2 men deep for the Colts. This one's going to be taken by Chuck Connor at his 32-yard line, and he's got a lot of room. Good return by Connor. Finally brought down by Cleon Brown, and I believe there's a flag on the play at the end of the return. It could be a late hit.
Hardiman and Brown. There was a flag on the play.
And no, it's a hold. It's going against Troy. That's going to back them up. They were at midfield. Now they're going to start off 15 yards back.
That was a late holding call there. Let's see what this one is. Hard to tell what the officials saw on this play.
The officials already made the call. Now they've just got to decide where to mark it off from. It's from the spot of the foul, not necessarily the end of the play.
30, 40-yard line?
Yeah, it could be
39.
Looks like the 39. So it's only a 10-yard difference in terms of where the
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, we have a hold against the offense, and it's 1st and 10 this way.
1st down and 10 for the Colts, though. They're on 39, so they're not pinned too far back, and Tron Adams will get a chance to add to that 1,003 yards that he has. And he'll start with it right now. And, well, now he's got about 1,002 yards as he's stopped in the backfield.
Looked like Roland Eaton, number 84, getting in there again. We've got an injured player down.
Roland Eaton got in there along with number 55, who is not on our roster, but is on the ground. I don't know if Scott Stark, who's number 56, if that's who that is. But
right, I think it might be. There you see Eaton getting in on the play.
Yep.
And that was Stark, wasn't it?
Well, it's 55, and we don't have a 55, so we're guessing. If it's not, we're not sure, but the Pontiac Central trainers and coaches are out there taking a look at him.
Number 55.
And just can't even guess at what he is, what the injury is.
Stark. Player injured is to be.
And the PA announcer saying it's Stark, so we'll go with
Stark.
Loss of 1 on the play at 2nd and 11.
And hey, another chance to remind you about America's favorite video show, the Road Show Video, Thursdays at 9 p.m. on Channel 63. And Pat and Bubba heading out to Clarkston in the Renaissance Festival, and they dress like this normally. Pat's got that outfit on in the truck right now.
Channel 63 tomorrow, Saturday.
Dress.
Monday at 8 p.m.
Gary Griffith, they got the ball, so he's talking to his kicker, Kevin O'Meara. And that, again, look at this. Here's your head coach. Here's you guys. Here's Bubba, by the way. And Gary Griffith just doesn't do anything with the offense.
Bubba, what's the call there?
Bubba's closer to the team than the coach is.
Well, it's good to see Scott Stark make it up on his feet. Let's see if he can get over that sideline and get back in the game.
Yeah, you don't imagine that as cold as it is, that it's a cramp. But he is running off pretty well. He might even be back in a
That
play or
man
two.
right there is the key for Troy. If they want to break it, they got to take Roland Eaton out of the game and then beat Robinson deep downfield. It's still scoreless game. 1 time away from Roland Eaton, and it's 6 points.
Well, as is right now, it's 2nd down and 11 for the Colts. Rance brings the team up to the line of scrimmage. The officials holding the ball to the last possible moment, keeping it off the ground. This ground is very wet, especially at the middle of the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look it, but, I mean, we were out there. It is wet.
Yeah. And cold. Once again, it's Teron Adams taking it off right tackle and going nowhere. Stopped this time by Keon Edwards, number 37, right there.
Edwards, one of the leading linebackers in the state. He's a senior, 5'11", 176.
Yeah, sounds more like a defensive back than a linebacker that size.
A lot of scouts looking at 37, Keon Edwards, and watch this shot right here, down low, had 1 knee down on the ground, nothing but strength, and I like the way, after they make the initial hit, they wrap with those arms. Both these teams block and tackle extremely well.
Yeah, pick up of 3 yards on the play, 3rd down and 8, and another official timeout on the field. And we don't know why, but we're back to playing. Rance, 3rd down and 8. Calling the signals. Guys split out both sides. Fakes the draw to Adams. He's looking downfield. Throws it behind Appledorn. Incomplete. Rance was rushed, and I don't think Appledorn was going to get a 1st down out of that play.
No, there seemed to be some confusion there as Kyle made the ball fake and Central didn't buy it. Here's the ball fake here. Reach out with the right. They didn't buy the ball fake. They're looking over on the other side, the left side, and there's no one there. Nothing downfield. Kind of a poor pass there from Kyle Rance.
But again, he threw it. He wasn't going to get the first down even if
Appledorn wasn't looking for that pass at all.
On Appledorn punts this time, and the fair catch is made by Dante Robertson at the 32-yard line, maybe the 33, and the Chiefs will take over there, first down and 10.
Dante didn't want to take a risk of a fumble there. If he doesn't do the fair catch, he's going to be eating some cold helmet now.
It's a high punt. He's going to get nailed on it, and the wind's playing with it.
Yeah,
and you're just
windy.
not sure that it's going to land in your hands right.
It's windy and it's wet. It's a scoreless game. You don't take that big a chance in a scoreless game. You won't see it from Dante, and that's both these teams have a lot of senior leadership. This is just, I'm geeked. I'm very impressed by both teams up and down the line of scrimmage. Watch the hitting going on the interior line.
Yeah, well, we don't want to think too far ahead and, wish an overtime game on anybody, especially in this cold weather, but we had a 0-0 overtime earlier in the year at TCI. There's Dante Robertson taking it once again right up the middle.
And this kind of field plays into a really low-scoring type of grinded-out, smash-mouth football game.
Yeah, it's going to be second down and 6. When we did Avondale and Centerline, same thing, a lot of wind, real cold. The offenses just weren't able to get things going, and it was decided in, I think, double overtime.
Dante Robinson getting nothing on that one. Marquise Stevens in at quarterback. And got to see if Marquise will risk it and put the ball in the air. If he does, I think he's throwing to Robinson.
Well, I think that's part of the plan. Right now, Robertson's at tailback on second down and 6. Takes the handoff, eludes one tackler. Finally brought down by Conley along with Rance. Again, though, Corky McCarthy is getting through there. The guy is 5'11", 180 pounds, and he's just flying through the line, and he's causing some confusion. Take a look here. He's getting through so fast.
Corky McCarthy pops right in right there, almost takes the handoff, slows down the ball carrier Robinson. Kyle Rance and his company jumps in and makes a tackle, but the key to the Troy defense has been penetration from 5, Robbie Benson, and 4, Corky McCarthy. They're just filling gaps, aren't they, Joe?
Oh, yeah, getting through so quick. Now it brings up a third down and 3. And
impressive defense both ways. Troy, this defense is something.
Yeah, Stevens still at quarterback, fumbles the snap, picks it up, and gains a yard. Even when things go wrong, they're going right a little bit. But Dave Fritz got through quick and was able to cause enough confusion that he couldn't get the first down.
Marquise fumbles that snap. He's looking around. He picks it up. You might want to dive on it there and not give up a fumble. Gets a yard out of it.
Yeah, Fritz comes back, trips up his feet, and Miles keeps him from leaning towards the first down, but it's 4th and 1 in their own territory.
On a wet field, you don't lean over trying to pick that ball up. You dive on top of it.
They're going for it on 4th down and 1 at their own 42-yard line.
Well, with their punter, he's got the win now, but he hasn't been able to punt. Too much penetration.
Is that illegal? That's a legal play.
There's no flag. We got an injured player, though. Let's see.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like it was tipped by a defensive player, so then anyone can catch it. And Kenny Taylor did. I think Kenny Taylor might have been lined up at tight end anyway, number 87, but a tipped ball on 4th down. Take a look at Marquise Stevens. Looks like it's a screen to Robertson. It just doesn't happen because of
tries to get it off.
Atar.
And no, it was Dixon that tipped it. And there the big fella, 87, Kenny Taylor, makes the reception, plows ahead for 3 or 4 yards. Good thinking, good presence of mind, make the catch, get the first down, and they luck out on 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Luck out's the word for the way that thing was designed. On 4th and 1, I thought for sure they just run it up the middle. 1st and 10 now, and that pass incomplete from Marquise Stevens looking downfield.
Well, first off, Marquise has no time to throw the ball. Look at the penetration. The entire Troy defensive line is in the backfield. He just dumps it to get rid of it, but the receiver was covered.
Yeah, he threw that thing right into the ground. Aaron Miles all over Hardiman. But there's that pass never had a chance, even if he was open. He threw it right at the ground. And Dante Robertson, 79 yards, getting closer to that 1,000 mark.
And our cameras caught Kareem Hardiman heading off to the sidelines there. He kind of got his ankle tied up, and he's their big receiver. He dropped a key pass, but he's a big man that can get open.
There's Robertson, stopped in the backfield by Miles.
Troy defense is stepping up.
Aaron Miles once again. Speed did not matter. Dante Robertson lost 3 yards on that play, brings up a 3rd down and 13.
I think Coach Griffith talked to the defense about the 17-game winning streak in that locker room and said, look, boys, scoreless game.
Well,
let's take somebody out.
You know,
now.
they got a scare a couple of weeks ago against Waterford Kettering, winning the game 2-0. But that is the only team that beat them last year, so it's an improvement. But so far he says they could be playing better, even though they're undefeated. And right now, on 3rd down and 13, Pontiac Central's Chiefs are going to take a timeout, talk things over, and Gary Griffith, who is involved with the defense, is going to go out in the field and talk to his troops.
Yeah, you get a shot of one of the best defenses in the state right there.
And we get a chance to tell you about the Master Angler. Join Mark Gomez as he takes you on the waters of Michigan on the Master Anglers. He and guests will give you the advice you need to reel in a fish just like that one right there.
Look at that thing.
It's a big fish. And once again, we got to correct this.
Is that
Mark's got a beard now, so we got to always fix that picture.
Is that an illegal hook right there?
I think
a little
so.
bait action?
I think so. There's, a lot of controversy on that show. But anyway, check it out Thursday nights at 8 o'clock on Channel 63. There you see Irv Speaks, Pontiac Central head coach. Got to be, he kind of bought himself a little luck with that 4th down play, but now they've got 3rd down and 13. Of course, I think the last time they had 3rd and 13, Dante Robertson took off for about 40 yards.
He talked to the referees before the game about a little bit, somewhat. If they said, do you have any trick plays, Coach Speak?
And take a look at what they've got split out to the right.
And here it is. There are 3 minutes on this drive. They've only moved it 12 yards in 6 plays, 2 yards per play.
And Dante Robertson's back at quarterback, and he's going to throw the ball. And he was looking for Daryl Dixon, but the guy closest to the ball was Sebastian Atar, and that brings up 4th down and 13, and you got to figure Robertson's going to go back to punt.
They go to the 3-man set here, trying to find somebody open. Robinson goes back, but Detroit defense coverage downfield, no one open. Robinson had time to throw. Look at that defense.
Yeah, good
Great
pressure.
Pass defense.
Good
no
pressure by
interference.
Kyle Rance, too, though.
Yes, Rance and the whole Troy, they're in that backfield, but Robinson seems to be handling the pressure well. It'll be interesting to see. Nope, they're not going to punt it. They just, or are they punting?
Yeah, Robertson's the punter, so you can't tell when he's on the field.
Look for a block here.
Another bad snap. They had one earlier.
Oh, he got it off.
And it's going to go to Chuck Connor at his own 16-yard line, and he's got a lot of room down the sidelines. Gets a block from McCarthy, and he's past midfield with that return. Great return by Chuck Connor. 5'9", 150-pound senior.
Boy, Connor found a seam there. He almost broke it.
Well, the last punt return, he had all kinds of room to his left. For some reason, the coverage just wasn't there. Once again, he's got all kinds of room.
Left side, he waits right here for that block.
It's just a screen from McCarthy, which helps him out, and here's the flip.
Good tackle, though, right there. But they're above midfield. They're inside midfield. Look out.
Yeah, 39-yard punt, 37-yard return. And Kyle Rance is going to give it off to Teron Adams, and he takes it off right tackle and spins, and he's still going. About 8 yards on that play, maybe 7. Call it 2nd down and 3 for Teron Adams.
Well, if you're going to beat the state champion on their home field, your defense has to stand up big and control that line of scrimmage. And right now, Troy is proving why. 17 games in a row. Look at the hole Teron's got to run through over here on the right side. 4 or 5 great blocks right there. He cuts it back. He knows what to do with that ball in traffic.
And finally, Sylvester Thomas was able to bring him down and then get a few other guys to finish it, but it was Thomas with the tackle. Again, 2nd down and 3, and Teron Adams adding to that season total over 1,000 yards.
I think they found something on that right side. They want to plow it to the right with Teron.
Well, they're going to bring Teron Adams in motion to the left and give it to Appledorn instead. And he lunges for the 1st down and fumbles it, but Troy comes up with the recovery and an extra 8 yards on the play. Alert recovery.
Yep, Troy recovery.
By number 55, Adam Adkins. Adam Adkins playing both ways. Alertly picks up the ball, and what was about a 3-yard gain turns into a 10-yard gain.
Let's see right here. Appledorn will come through, take it, as Teron's rolling on, and he just fumbles the snap, but it bounces off his lineman. He fights for it. It bounces ahead right here in contact.
And at this point, the ball's rolling
and Adam
5
Atkins,
yards forward.
The 6'3", 260 offensive tackle.
And Central's got another injured player.
Recovered for what, another 8-yard gain? Yeah, who's down right there?
Yeah, we don't want to really guess until we see the number for sure. Those orange numbers are not easy to look at.
No, they're hard to spot in the lights.
But that's, I don't even want to try to guess, but whatever it is, it's going to be a 1st down and 10 for Troy when play resumes at the Pontiac Central 32-yard line.
I think Coach Griffith said early in the game, we want to pound it inside the tackles, take time off the clock, pound it for a big score.
Hey, check out Oakland Press editor Neil Monroe hosting a program designed to enlighten you on issues that affect Oakland County. The Oakland Press Perspective airs Friday night at 8:30 on Channel 63. I just want to know when Cosmo's going to be on the Oakland Press Perspective.
Man, get him on.
He's camera shy.
What's our weather going to be tomorrow, Cosmo?
He doesn't do that. He has enough trouble picking football games. He can't predict the weather.
Get a shot of the Troy High School sidelines there. The cheerleaders and the band out there firing them up. It's a big crowd when you're state champs at home. You're going to draw big crowds, but they're fighting through a lot of cold tonight.
And they had that 20-minute halftime because of Parents' Night.
Well, yeah, I did want to mention
0-0 game.
There's the band leading them out there, but I did want to mention the drum major, Ben Lee, and the junior drum major, Lisa Forsley. The band director came up to me and said, make sure you mention Ben Lee and Lisa Forsley are doing a great job. It's a 92-member band, and hey, when your football team's winning, your band's going all year long. These guys, they'll be going to the end of November.
That's right. They'll be, by then, they'll be in the Silverdome, at least they hope. And the injured player was number 87, Kenny Taylor. A sophomore, 6'2", 240. 10th grader, 240. Guy who made the big fourth down catch earlier.
Yes, he made a fourth down grab.
Kenny Taylor, no relation to our TCI's own Kenny Taylor. Believe me, our Kenny Taylor is not 240.
Colt fans battling the elements. Their team is driving.
Yeah, first down and 10, and Teron Adams busted outside, and he's got the corner, and he's got another first down, taking it to the 15-yard line. First and 10 for the Troy Colts, and they are definitely in scoring range now with their offense moving.
I think Teron Adams has seen enough of Dante Robertson tonight, and he wants to show people this is my home field. I just went over 1,000 yards. I own this field. I'm going to show you why. He takes it around the corner, finds a little bit open, and he's tough to bring down. Look at him running with that ball. He's fast. He got like 4 or 5 speed. And remember, he's playing hurt. He's got a hip flexor.
And it was finally Gardner who brought him down. Adams, 84 yards on the game, looking for his usual 100 yards. Even with the injuries, he's been going over 100 yards. He's going to get to add to it right here, only getting about 2 on this play. Good defensive pressure by the Pontiac Central Chiefs, leading the way there. Big fella, number 79. Charleston Day. Charleston's a senior. He's 6 foot, 300 pounds.
Yep. And then the big fella had help from 84. Roland Eaton came around again. Watch Eaton come around the left side line here. Eaton gets a hand on Adams right there, and then the big fella comes over and finishes him off and lays that 300 pounds all over him.
Yeah, there's the
Charleston Day.
Right there.
Took the air out of everybody, didn't he?
Yeah, we're so busy watching that, we missed Teron Adams, but he's got it now. Picking up another 3 yards, so the defense is tightening up a little bit for Pontiac Central.
I think 300 just might be a little light there. Charleston Day might be closer to...
And, of course, you're here with the best concession stand in Oakland County. I think we're all going to gain a little weight tonight. Those sausages were good.
Charleston stopped off during the pregame warm-up.
Well, there's a flag on this one. Teron Adams is going to take it into the end zone, but I think it's coming back. Illegal motion against Troy. Bring it back. So now both teams have had a touchdown called back.
Wow. Let's see this. In a scoreless game, 2 touchdowns called back.
Wow.
Undefeated state champs.
16th in the country.
Yep, USA Today, 17 games in a row. You run it in on your home field in a scoreless game, and the ref takes it away.
Okay,
give
got a motion penalty against the offense, and a replay third down.
So now third down, they'll replay it, and by then the motion would have happened, but
gutsy call. Couldn't really see the motion there, and Teron didn't see it. He took it in the end zone, touchdown Colts, but it came back. Illegal motion. Someone's shaking.
Another injury for Pontiac Central. This time it's number 88, I believe. That's Kareem Hardiman.
Yeah,
he's been making a lot of big plays.
He's been coming off a couple times. Something there. He's grabbing his right leg. I was going to say something's with his leg there.
We're trying to figure out. We're talking about Troy being ranked number 1 in the state news, number 1 in Oakland County, number 16 in the country. Free Press has him like 3rd in the state. I don't know how that means. It's like you only win 2-0, so they drop him below Catholic Central.
Hello?
It's like until they lose, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Don't drop them.
Did we lose?
I don't think Griffith minds it. I think he'd like to be unranked, actually. 3rd down and 8 for the Colts, and a fumbled snap by Rance. He gets it back.
We had some movement there, too. No flag.
No flag, but Rance recovers the fumble, and this is a big decision for Troy.
If they kick it, they kick it into the wind.
That's Kevin O'Meara.
Into a heavy wind right now.
Yeah, Kevin
See Kyle
O'Meara.
Rance step back, miss snap on the fumble. He knows he's got to recover that ball. He's trying to get some points here. He dives on it, makes a good recovery of that fumble, trying to save it. Let's see if the field goal team can put it away for 3.
O'Meara's 5 of 7 on the year, and there's a flag on the field right now. 5 of 7 as long as 38. This would be about a 31, 32-yarder. Well, now it's going to be about a 27-yarder because it's encroachment against Pontiac Central.
Was there some contact there?
Okay, we have a dead ball
matter.
foul, encroachment against the defense, replay 4th down.
You can't come back in high school. Once you're over the line, it's done.
Okay, I'm doing Colin.
Yeah. That's some ref told me.
Who did
that.
I touch?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. In fact, the term offsides doesn't even exist. It's encroachment. Once you're over, you're done. So now it's a 27-yard field goal for Kevin O'Meara. You never know. This could be the winning points if he gets it. That's blocked.
Blocked. High snap,
That's
and they blocked
blocked. And from here, he just can't read the number. I believe it's number 24. That would be Jameer London, who got in there and blocked it.
It was a high snap. See the holder pull it down. Yep. London dives over right here and gets his arm on it.
And it doesn't really, it hurts Troy that they don't score, but still, Central's going to be 20 or 80 yards away from scoring
Field
themselves.
position. Yeah, Coach speaks on the Central sideline. It's a huge play just for momentum alone. It's still a scoreless game. You keep Troy down scoreless. Now they want to get 10 or 15 yards and get it out of trouble here. Bad field position.
And Marquis Stevens is back at quarterback, and he's going to give it off to Dante Robertson.
Good block in there. Nice block.
Good blocking tackle finally made by Rob Benson, but not before he gained 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
Well, on that play, 19, David Loomis, the end, came over and really laid it into Kyle Rance over here on the right side of that line. And here goes Robinson. He knows what to do with it.
And he's getting closer to that 1,000-yard mark on the season.
Rob Benson, number 5, brings him down. Benson has been all over the place.
And rain's coming soon. Dante Robertson, we're told, needs 10 yards for 1,000. He's adding to it right here. Tackled by Miles, but he still lunges forward, gets a few extra yards, and the first down.
I think he got the first down. Good lunge by Robinson. He knew where that marker was. That stops the clock. We're winding down on the 3rd quarter, but it's more importantly gets him a big first down. One more, and they're out of field position problems.
That's right, of course, our stats provided by the illustrious Kenny Phillips, who I don't know if you know this, he has the #1 high school basketball scouting service in the state of Michigan.
We're going to have a long cup of coffee after this game.
You want to know high school hoops, this is the man to talk to. And
look how
there's some good pressure. Marquis Stevens is nailed in the backfield. Sebastian Atar got him up high, and a couple of guys got him down low. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 12.
Let's
Take a look at this.
Does.
Well, look who gets him first. The same guy who's been there all night.
Yep. McCarthy there wraps him up on the leg, and he Marquise kind of breaks away and just tries to dive over here and take the hit. He almost fumbled.
Yeah, every play McCarthy's getting through there. He's getting so low to the ground. He's so quick. He is so far unblockable. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. And as we keep saying all night, score is 0-0. Both teams have had opportunities. In fact, both teams have had touchdowns called back by penalties. As it is, after 3 quarters, Pontiac Central nothing, Troy nothing. I want to remind you again, check out next week, the Clarkston Wolves and the Lake Orion Dragons in the regular season finale. The TCI game of the week next Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m. on Channel 63.
That'll be a great game, too. Dane Fife has really improved at quarterback, but Lake Orion is looking to play the upset team now.
Oh, yeah. Clarkston still got a slight shot at the playoffs. A lot depends on what happens tonight and obviously next week. They got the crossover game with Seaholm tonight. And the team that loses, that's out of the playoffs. The team that wins, it's still alive for another week.
Well, this is the huge game in Oakland County, but tonight on Macomb County, Sterling Heights Stevenson taking on Utica Eisenhower at Eisenhower. That's a huge game in Macomb County. So both counties, I think, are going to be determined tonight. We're seeing Oakland County here. We could be headed for overtime in this game.
And all the cameramen outside are about to shoot you for even mentioning it. I know I was scared when I mentioned it earlier.
Hey, I'm looking at a space heater. Let's go triple overtime.
You don't want to be asked back, do you?
Oh, it's fun now. Fill it in there, John.
All right, we're going to start the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 12 for Pontiac Central on their own 30-yard line.
Well, I guess I'm buying the hot chocolate, one or the other.
That's right. And Stevens is still at quarterback. Robertson lining up in the backfield this time. 3 backs. And once again, it's Dante Robertson going off right tackle. And look, Kyle Rance stops him for, I think, a loss.
Wow. Just like it's designed on the chalkboard at halftime, Coach Griffith said, let's string him out and run him out of bounds. Use the sideline as another defender. Run him toward the sideline. Don't let him turn the corner. And Kyle Rance did it that play.
And
to perfection.
I'll tell you, I understand, moving Robertson to running back because of his athletic ability, but I don't know if Dixon's carried the ball this half.
No, not at all. And they need to alternate a little bit because pretty soon the whole team's. And a guy we got to mention is 54, Sebastian Atar, been in on a lot of stops and causing havoc on that defensive line.
Well, 3rd down and 13 for the Chiefs. They're going to drop back to pass. This time it is Robertson. He's going deep, got an open man, and he's gone. Number 24, Jameer London, gone for the touchdown, 67 yards.
He blocked the field goal. He got open there, and he scores. He beat Robbie Benson. And I'll tell you, they just laid it up for him, and he showed speed. Jameer London ran right under that ball and made a nice, huge catch on Troy's home field.
Yeah, he's made the 2 big plays of the day for Pontiac Central so far. Actually, sorry, it wasn't Robertson. It was Marquise Phillips, still in there quarterback.
Well, Marquise Stevens lays it up into the wind, Joe, into the wind. And look at the velocity, and he got on it, and London just grabs it, takes it away, and he's in. Touchdown, Pontiac Central. They lead by 6. I think they're going for 2 here.
Yeah, they are, and I wonder if that's got something to do with the win. They're going to call timeout, I think. Well, one player signaled for a timeout, and the ref didn't see it. Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Dante Robertson broken play on the handoff.
He's going in.
Gets the 2-point.
He broke 2 tackles and took it in. He was in the backfield, stopped. The Colts thought they had him stopped, and he just ran right through 2 black jerseys, 2 points, make it 8-0. A huge play for Central.
I don't get what just happened. Take a look at this.
You'll see broken play right here. He gives it to Robinson. Stevens don't know what to do. The Colts are chasing him. They think they got him right here and breaks right through 2 of them. He's gone.
Why are you trying to strip the ball on an extra point attempt? The defense can't score an extra point in high school. Tackle him.
Tackle the man. Put your helmet on him. Don't reach for him with your arms. Like to see that one again and point that out, Joe.
They had him wrapped up.
Someone put a helmet on him.
Great athletic run.
Right here, they're all standing. Someone hit him. Get in there and hit him. Don't reach with your arms like that.
Go low. Get his legs.
Right, go low. Somebody go down there. Well, big 2 points. Big 2 points.
8-0 for Troy, and I doubt that they've had to go for 2 all year. They may have made a 2-point conversion here and there, but this is the guy, though, that's been their big return guy all year, Chuck Connor, and you know they're going to try to kick away from him.
He's found a gap, cutting to that left side, but I'll tell you, Jameer London coming out of nowhere. He blocks the field goal and then turns around and scores on a bomb. And I bet you they never talked about Jameer London.
No, they talked about Dante Robertson, and he's not even the guy who threw the ball.
Coach Griffith rounding up the troops on the sideline. Let's go. We're on our home field now.
Now Connor's got the ball at the 12, taking it right up the middle. He's got a hole. Oh, my.
Good return. Nice shot.
Stuck by Dante Robertson.
Wow, what a shot.
Take a look at this. Gets a nice block, and it's Dante Robertson at the end.
Chuck Connor moving along here. Thinks he's got room. Trying to get behind a blocker. Oh, took a shot from nowhere. Good hit. Dante is slow getting up.
Well, now 11 minutes and 20 seconds, and Troy's, you got to think their offense did move the ball at will. As you see that drive, 6 plays, 80 yards. Obviously,
80 yards
most of it on that one play.
On Troy's field. 80 yards on Troy's field.
Rance keeps it.
I'll tell you, the Pontiac Central crowd's into it. Their band's up and fired up. And the Chiefs are just fired up looking for a huge upset.
Yeah, Rance kept it and got about 3. 2nd down and 7. I tell you, the Pontiac crowd over there.
And the Colts team doesn't score many points, Joel. Kyle Rance will fake. Kind of a broken play. I think he missed somebody there. He took it by himself, but I think that wasn't the called play. That wasn't the design play at all.
Well, that's something that this year people were saying why they thought Troy was better than last year was that they finally had an offense to match their defense, because early on they were throwing, they were running, they were putting up 30 points a game. It hasn't been that way lately, and right now they've got to just get 8. And Teron Adams is going to take it and get maybe 2 yards, bring up a 3rd down and 5, and the Pontiac Central defense is shutting them down.
And right here at 3rd and 5 is where you'd see Drew Patrick come in to make that big catch. What a loss. He's sitting on the sideline with an ankle injury. Teron Adams looking for a hole right here, and the Central defense just stands up big, takes him down, and that was 33, Darrell Dixon. He goes fullback and linebacker. Dixon, I tell you, Dixon and the other guy, Cleon Brown, those 2 linebackers from Central are 2 of the best linebackers in the state. We have some awesome football players on the field tonight.
Give Gary Griffith some credit. He's got Drew Patrick dressed for this game. There's got to be a temptation to put him in, and he's not. He's not going to risk the kid's health, and he's also thinking, I think, about the state playoffs. Rance looking to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage.
He had 2 options on the play. One was to go straight down the line of scrimmage to Teron Adams. He's looking for Adams right here. He's going to try to find Adams along the line of scrimmage. Decides, no, it might get picked off. And then he tucks it in. He had the tight end cutting deep down the middle of the field. But the key to that play was Roland Eaton, 84. Too much penetration. Bad snap.
Hardiman and Thomas got in there. Now a bad snap on this punt.
Oh!
Not going to get off. What a hit.
Oh, that's Roland Eaton.
And the punter, Brian Searing, is nailed by Roland Eaton. And Pontiac Central's getting the ball 1st down and 10 inside the 25-yard line.
Roland Eaton laid the shot of the night right there. Wow. Missed snap right here.
Yeah.
Come around.
Yeah,
scramble for it. Pick it up. Pick it up. He does. Roland Eaton right here. Oh! Thought he had a fumble, too. Was looking for that fumble. Beautiful hit. Textbook tackle. And it pins him in. Great field position.
Man, and now Pontiac Central knocking on the door right now.
Special teams are killing Troy tonight. Blocked field goal, missed punt.
Pitch out to Robertson, makes a move, and you can just see the momentum. You can see who's more excited to be out there right now. Pontiac Central, they're gaining yards, and the Troy defense has got to come up with a turnover. They can't hold these guys to a field goal here. They got to make a turnover.
Stevens, he'll pitch to Robinson right there, looking for a turnover. Robinson got to tuck it in with 2 hands. He doesn't right here. He's a little loose with that ball. And I'll tell you, Troy's the kind of team that knows how to create a turnover, but the entire Pontiac sideline, their stands, they're all on their feet. The band's pumping, good field position. They want to punch it in here, and it might just do it.
Well,
Fumble.
fumbled snap. And Stevens alertly falls on it, but that might have been the turnover opportunity they were looking for anyway. As it is, it brings up a 3rd down and 11 instead of maybe a 3rd down and 2.
That's his 2nd or 3rd fumble snap. Marquise just having trouble taking it from center, but dive on that ball and pick it up. Look, he's letting it roll.
Well, look at all that mud he's getting the snap in too. You know, it's going to come up slippery.
You know, when you do finally pick it up, you aren't going anywhere
That's
anyway.
right.
Dive on that ball. It's a 1-score game. Troy, the Colts are smelling a fumble. They want another one right here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 11. And Dante Robertson right at 1,000.
Nice shot.
And let's see if he's still at 1,000. Did he lose a yard? He fumbled. Fumble on
Was
the
it
play.
a fumble?
There's a fumble on the play.
14, Rafael Davila laid a lick on that ball carrier.
Nobody in the crowd knows it. We didn't see it. It happened so fast, but they did force the fumble we were talking about. Let's see if we see it here.
Well, let's see 14 Davila come in and put a shot on him. Right there, the ball is being stripped out. Davila with the shot, and there's the ball flying back here.
That was Darrell Dixon with the ball, and I think actually it was Dave Fritz from behind who stripped him with his arm as Davila was hitting him up front.
Great play by Davila.
That'll do life for the Colts. 7:23 and the clock's running. They've got to get on the board and obviously get a 2-point conversion. Kyle Rance brings him up to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to give it to Dan Appledorn off left tackle. He's still going, but gets about 2 or 3 yards, and I guess you got to keep the defense honest, but you know that it's going to be on Teron Adams.
And Roland Eaton was in on that shot too. Someone from Troy has got to find number 84, put him on his backside, and take off. They're bringing in the big kid. They're bringing in the weight. Charleston Day, the 300-pound tackle just came in.
2nd down and 7 for the Colts. Rance play fake to Teron Adams. Now he's throwing out in the flat. Incomplete pass. Looking for Appledorn. Play was broken up there by Keon Edwards.
Yeah, Keon Edwards is very fast. Came from behind, but Appledorn did the right thing. Just let the ball go rather than risk a fumble if you run with it a couple steps. Kyle, deep drop, looking off. Your Appledorn comes up, but it's
really
great coverage. Keon Edwards just licked them. And there again, look at that. That's how you hit somebody. In the midsection and grab the legs. Don't take them on up high.
Brings up a big 3rd down and 7 for the Colts.
Both these teams are extremely well coached.
You got Adams in a slot right now. Appledorn the lone setback. And Rance is going to roll, drop back, look over the middle of Teron Adams, and
he was open.
He had it, he dropped it.
He heard Robinson coming. He looked for him. He had it, tucked the ball in. He was just running before he got it. He was going to try to beat Robinson before he had possession of the ball. Good pass.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Kyle Rance finds him.
Can't ask him to do anything else.
Right in the numbers. You're going to see him look up with his head here. He's bobbling. See, he's looking. He was looking for Robinson right in here. He wanted to run to the left, but he didn't have possession of that ball yet.
Of course, and the thing they tell you, as you saw there, you're going to get hit anyway.
Right.
Might as well catch it. He still got hit.
When you go over the middle, take the ball first, and the hit second.
That's a fumble. Oh, my. Brian Searing's punt was muffed by Robertson.
Dante Robertson.
And that's not an advanceable fumble if they had recovered it.
You know, all night he's been fighting with himself whether to fair catch it or play it. That time he played it, and it turned into a fumble.
Well, and it's that wind, and you don't know if this wind takes it over his head.
Yeah, it did.
Once it touches his hands, that's anybody's ball, and he does, to his credit, get it and go down.
Good speed and recovery. He slips and falls there. Touchdown, Troy.
That's right.
They pin him in for field position, though. That could give them their 6:25 to go. They stop him here. They could have time to score. They're in good, and they have terrible punter. He's kicking into the wind. This could play right into Troy's hands.
And Stevens hands off to Robertson. And he busts up for about 7 yards. It's a 2nd down and short for the Chiefs.
Boy, Dante Robertson just wants it a little more on this one. He pounds it up the middle, finds a little bit of hole, but he takes 3 or 4 on, spins off, gets 4 or 5 more, and he's still going. Look at that. That's just determination.
Finally tripped up by Conley and Benson.
You can hear that cold sideline yelling and screaming. They need the defense to stand up big because the clock is moving.
Well, you know, there is that, you want that undefeated season, and you want the home field in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. And now the defense comes up big with a loss on this play. Leading the way, Adam Adkins.
Good shot from Adkins there. Good penetration. He almost snuck on the handoff. They're giving it to Darrell Dixon here, the fullback. First man through. He's fumbling that ball, and Adkins saw that.
And Pontiac Central was going to call a timeout. You never know. Maybe they saw what we saw as far as the lackadaisical way of handling that football, but they're going to call a timeout and talk this over on 3rd down and 3.
You know what it is, Joe? Marquise Stevens, right here, number 1, has had trouble handling that snap since he entered in the second half. And I think Coach Speaks is saying, get full possession of that ball before you start looking around to hand it off.
Check out those black and orange uniforms, Halloween colors, and I want to remind you that Halloween is almost here, and TCI is offering 6 good reasons to stay indoors. Monday, October 30th from 3:30 to 11:30. Watch all of these premium channels for free. So get together with friends, stay safe, and take advantage of a great night of movies and sports entertainment. And that's an HBO.
Is it?
That's an H. It's not a U. It looks like a goalpost, actually. You'll be watching the Disney Channel, I know. Waiting for that Lion King premiere, aren't you?
Oh, it's a Wade State. H, U, whatever.
Gary Griffith, this is the biggest play so far for his defense, and they're going to have to slow down Dante Robertson, and I don't think they do. Fritz got him from behind, but I think he got the first down. Wait and see about the spot, but it sure looks like it from
First
here.
down. Wow, determination.
And of course, with the Colts on defense, Gary Griffith is making the play calls.
Well, Dante Robertson got that first 7, and he struggled with it. And right here, he's just going to plow forward and lean that ball over. He knows where the marker is. Senior leader, quite an athlete. Impressive night for Dante Robertson. Huge first down. It allows him to eat the clock a little more.
4:53 in running, and again, without their top receiver and a struggling passing game over the last few weeks, Troy has really put themselves in a hole. And this time, the name we haven't had to call tonight, Jonathan Van takes it off tackle, and he picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, Van first man through on a little bit of a counter action. The 5'6" senior there cuts it off to the left. You'll see right here, Stevens finds him, gives it to the first man. The Colts are looking for Robertson the other way. Stevens almost breaks it, but he was loose with that ball.
And you've got to figure that, well, we know that Troy's seeing it because they have forced some fumbles, but they've got to be thinking about stripping the ball.
Yes, yes. Huge. They want a turnover.
Another fumbled snap, and they do get it off to Robertson, but Conley's in there to wrap him up for a loss of about 2.
Marquise Stevens cannot handle the snap from center, Joe.
You know, and you have to wonder if that's just a chemistry thing or something. You have 2 different quarterbacks, and it's got to be a little difficult on the center, too. And it is in the middle of the field once again, and it is muddy, but he has, for the 4th or 5th time tonight, struggled on the snap, and you see number 40 Conley get in there and wrap him up.
And you almost, on that kind of play, it's like, Stevens, when you do get control, but just go down on one knee rather than hand it off and risk another fumble. There's too much penetration on the defensive front from the Colts.
Well, especially when you're winning. If you're losing, you have to try to make a great play.
Right, exactly.
Well, brings up a 3rd down and 6. Marquise Stevens still under center, and he's struggling on the handoff again, and they're going to stop, I believe, Dixon. It was Dixon for a big loss.
Yeah, that was just kind of a mishap in the backfield. There was some confusion here, and you watch Dixon run right in, right here. He's still bobbling that snap. The ball's loose. He runs into Stevens, nowhere to go. He runs into a loss of 5 or 6.
Adam Atkins and Teron Adams got in there and stopped him, and Troy's going to stop the clock, call a timeout on 4th down and 10.
Impressive night from Adam Atkins. He's a 6'3", 260-pound junior. He's back next year. And I'll tell you, he's been all over. He's major penetration on that front.
Key contributor last year, along with his brother Torrey, who has since graduated and gone on to play in college. Yeah, he's one of their main guys on defense now. Oakland Press editor Neil Monroe hosts a program designed to enlighten you on issues that affect Oakland County. Watch the Oakland Press Perspective on Friday nights, 8:30 on Channel 63. There's our old friend Jim Feldkamp, the Troy athletic director. Freezing. Like everybody else.
He's biting that lip. He's pacing. They've got 3:15. He wants that ball back.
Well, there's that thing of you want to host 2 playoff games for the revenue that it brings into the athletic department. They need the home field advantage.
Wow. The revenue.
Well, athletic
They're not wearing Nike logos yet here at Troy.
Yet. That punch shanked and bounces back. Good bounce for Troy. Get the ball in Pontiac Central territory, I believe.
He didn't punt that thing more than 10 or 15 yards.
46, the Colts have it 1st and 10.
12 yards officially. And it is Pontiac Central territory right now at the 46-yard line. Troy's got 3 minutes and 7 seconds to score 8 points.
All their timeouts, too, right?
No, they just used 1. They used to stop it there. So they got 2 timeouts.
2 left.
And Irv Speaks has got his defense fired up, saying, hey, you haven't let him score yet. Just keep it up. 2 receivers split left.
They're stacking them out left. First time we've seen the formation.
And Teron Adams coming
Look
this
out.
way, and Rance is being rushed and pulled down, I thought by the head, but apparently not. But good sack there by
Roland Eaton, 84 all night. I'll tell you, he has played the game of his life. Roland Eaton has shown it for the Division I scouts here. He's fired up tonight. Major penetration. Rance doesn't see him coming from behind now. He fights off the first one, but here's Eaton coming back. And, boy, Kyle was a little loose with that ball. He tucked it up nice. Yeah, he did go high, didn't he, Joe?
Yeah, I thought so. Now Rance is going to have to look deep, and he's being pressured again. He's got his man.
No flag.
And there's a flag back by the quarterback. No flag on that throw, though.
Definitely holding. Roland Eaton was coming around that end, and the offensive lineman had a hold of his jersey. I didn't think the official would call it, though. No, that's not the call. It's on Central. You see Roland Eaton coming right here. I thought we had a hold back here.
Hit? Might be roughing the passer.
I think it was. They called personal foul.
Okay, we've got personal foul, roughing the quarterback. That's an automatic 1st down.
That's a huge play. Let's see if we can get that one.
That's
Roland Eaton must have laid a lick on Kyle Rance. We were looking downfield for the pass. Kyle takes a deep drop here, allowing his receivers to get downfield, trying to buy time. He slips in the mud. Roland Eaton. You're going to see it wasn't Eaton. I think it was number 88.
I don't know. We just can't tell from here, but
it might have been Kareem Hardiman. Hardiman was making a bead right for his midsection. They got good field position
Either
now.
way, exactly. It's a big penalty for Troy. And now Rance fakes to Adams. He drops back, and he's getting rushed once again. I think he tripped over his own man. And also got pressured by Hardiman.
Kareem Hardiman got in there. Kyle takes a deep drop, but then he steps up. He stops right there. He needs to go a little deeper. He's not deep enough right here. Too much white jerseys around him.
And it's slippery back there, too. Looks like he lost his footing.
That's 2 times now. He's gone back and he's slipped in the mud.
2nd down and 17 for the Colts. Rance with the play fake, and he's being rushed again. And he's not going to get rid of this ball. And I believe that was Roland Eaton again.
I think Roland Eaton did a stun on the line that time. He came around from the outside, cut into the inside.
Little help there from Alfred Walker.
Might have been Alfred Walker. Let's see, these stunts, he comes right up the middle, right here. And he's got him, and then he's got help up in here. Great defensive stand from Central so far.
5 sacks tonight for 53 yards for the Pontiac Central Chiefs. Now they're going to run a draw to Teron Adams on 3rd down and 27, and they're going to get about 10 on it. 4th down and 17 with 1:03 left. Troy's going to have to call a timeout here, I would think, and go for it on 4th down.
Hard to pass with these kind of field positions, you know, Joe?
And
right here, little draw action, and give it off to Teron. He's looking for a hole. One really never develops. He gets 2 or 3 on his own and then gets blown out. Marquise Stevens in on the tackle on that one.
And they're not going to call the timeout. They're just going to go for it with the clock running. 40 seconds and running. 4th down and 17 for the Troy Colts, and the undefeated season rests on this play. He's got it to Fritz, but he's not going to have enough for the 1st down. Rance hit Fritz, and Stevens, Marquise Stevens was there to make the tackle about 8 yards shy of the 1st down, and that should do
Fritz comes in on a short post pattern, comes about 7 yards in. Kyle sees him, knows he doesn't have time to throw, shows a 7-yard pass. Now Fritz has got to go get the 1st down, but Stevens is fast, too much speed on the Central defense. They come up and close that gap.
Now all they've got to do is snap the ball and sit on it. Of course, they have fumbled a couple of snaps. They do have to snap it once, though.
This is the biggest win in Pontiac Central's history right here tonight.
Now, Troy, well, there's a flag.
All kinds of movement.
A flag on a quarterback kneel down. And you got to figure Troy's going to use those last 2 timeouts and make him at least snap the ball, try to force a fumble.
I'd bring Dante Robertson in to take that snap versus Marquise Stevens.
To get the officials' call on this. It's going to be a legal procedure, which means if Pontiac Central doesn't want to, they don't have to snap the ball.
You got to wonder how much the loss of number 7, Drew Patrick, hurt Kyle Rance. That's his favorite receiver.
Well, an illegal procedure. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. Repeat 1st down, and you still want a timeout.
Well, now they're going to call timeout because if Troy hadn't called timeout here, Pontiac Central didn't have to snap the ball because the clock would have started on the official's placement of the ball. So there'll be at least one more snap. Well, Troy thinks about how to force a fumbled snap here, and probably have to try to do it twice. They'll use their last timeout, I would think, as well.
This is an impressive Pontiac Central club. Now, they're not in the AA region. They're in the A single A.
Yeah, they're in a single A region with teams with Royal Oak Kimball and Brother Rice, Seaholm, Berkeley, Hazel Park. It's going to be that's a good region.
Sure is. Coach Griffith a little bit upset.
And once again, remind you next week, the regular season finale. Clarkston Wolves and the Lake Orion Dragons. The game of the week next Saturday and Monday at 8 o'clock on Channel 63. And, you know, Stevens just kneels down. No fumble on the snap there. And we'll see if Troy tries to use their last timeout. Make him snap it one more time. Doesn't look like it. The clock's going to run out. And we have an upset.
Sure do, in a huge way.
Big upset. And I guess Troy is no longer the #1 team in the state or the number 16 team in the country.
Well, not only did
We're number one in Oakland County.
Not only did Pontiac Central come in here and beat them on their home field, they did it with some unsung heroes tonight. Everybody contributed, but two guys in particular. Number 24, Jameer London, blocked the field goal, caught the long bomb with 71-yard bomb, score, the only score of the game, and 84, Roland Eaton on the defensive end, gave Kyle Rance no time whatsoever to throw that ball, and Pontiac Central just came in. They were fired up, and on the defensive end, Daryl Dixon really stood up big for him, too. They had a lot of speed, and I think they have more power and strength than Troy expected. They expected the speed, but they didn't expect this kind of hitting from this club.
Yeah, now the big thing you have to look at is see how does this affect each team. Does Troy get a little ticked off coming to the playoffs with a new motivation, new inspiration to win this another state title? And Pontiac Central has got to go into the playoffs thinking they can win the Class A state championship.
It's a huge win for, and then you just see the Troy club there, total dejection on their home field, 17 games. But like you said, Joe, you got to give Coach Griffith credit. He was dressed. Drew Patrick was dressed to keep him on the sideline, not bring him in. It took a lot of guts.
And remember, they lost a game last year. They still won the state title. They can do it. The big thing is going to be Catholic Central. But as it is, they lose to Pontiac Central 8-0. We'll be right back with the final stats after this on the TCI Game of the Week.
Oakland Press Perspective with Neil Monroe is an informative talk show that discusses issues often overlooked by broadcast stations. Neil Monroe, the editor of the Oakland Press newspaper, will keep you abreast on hot topics, events, and issues taking place in Oakland County. So for news you can use, join Neil Monroe every week on the Oakland Press Perspective, Friday night at 8:30 on TCI 63. If you wish a video cassette of TCI Sports, the cost is $25. Send a check payable to TCI, along with your name, address, and the names of the teams that played in the game, to TCI Sports Videotapes, 4500 Delamere Boulevard, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Remember to tell us which game you wish to receive. And thank you for watching TCI Sports.
Back here at Troy High, Joe Abramson along with Jack Roberts, where the Pontiac Central Chiefs did, in fact, pull off the upset 8-0 over the Troy Colts. And it happened right here with 11:30 left in the game. Backup quarterback Marquis Stevens going deep to Jameer London, who had previously blocked a field goal to keep Troy off the board. And this is all the scoring in the game, other than the two-point conversion.
Nice catch, breaks away from the one defender. He's gone, touchdown Central, and the Chiefs were on their way to the biggest upset in probably 2 years of high school football here in Michigan. Knocking off the USA Today's 16th-ranked team and breaking a 17-game streak on Troy's field.
True, and most of the, 76 yards passing for Pontiac Central, 71 of it on that play, and I think the rest of it came on a tipped fourth down play. Troy, 17 yards, they missed Drew Patrick.
Right, and as you look down, total yards was the key as well as time of possession, but 200 yards to 106, that says it all. To outgain in total yards your opposition on their field is incredible.
And 5 sacks for Pontiac Central for 53 yards. Take that off of Troy's rushing total, they would have had around 140. If you don't have that, and that time of possession, like you said, it's huge. And Gary Griffith told us before the game that was their key. Getting time of possession, and they weren't able to do it.
And Pontiac got a lot of people contributing there. You see Jamar London, a blocked field goal.
And he's talking to Wayne Wilson from the Oakland Press. Wayne still won't tell us who Cosmo is, by the way. We're real upset with this.
I know. I wonder if Jameer London's going to find out. What a catch, though. I mean, and then to block the field goal. But Dante Robinson showed why he is one of the top recruits in the state, if not one of the tops in the county. Daryl Dixon came through big for him, Keon Edwards. And then I thought Roland Eaton played a game of his life and was something that Troy never really blocked him effectively. And Kyle Rance couldn't get anything done on the offensive end. Although we had some big performances. Corky McCarthy was coming up big on defense, along with number 5, Robbie Benson. They penetrated. Adam Atkins played well. Atar played well. And I also wanted to mention Kyle Rance going both ways. And let's not forget Aaron Miles. There are some phenomenal football players on this field tonight.
And we should mention Tron Adams, 21 carries, 103 yards, over 1,000 yards. And Robertson also, 25 carries, 104 yards. He went over 1,000 for the season, too. We saw 2 guys break the 1,000-yard mark. And again, these are 2 teams that could each win the state championship this year. Troy in AA, Central in A, both teams playoff bound. Huge game, huge upset, but two of the top teams in the state.
They might be the two best teams in the state, really, but Royal Oak Kimball would like to have something to say about that.
And I think they're going to get their chance. Next week, you're going to see two teams fighting for their playoff lives. Probably one of them's already done, Lake Orion, but Clarkston's Wolves, whose only loss this year so far has been to these Troy Colts in the opening week, looking for their second straight playoff trip. And this year, unlike last, they're not in the same region as Troy. They wouldn't have to face the Colts until the semifinals. So if they can get in there, that makes a huge difference. And they've got all those young sophomores with a lot of experience, and that'll be our regular season finale. Hopefully we can get you a playoff game or two.
And what a finale that will be.
That's right. Well, for Jack Roberts, I'm Joe Abramson. Again, from Troy High School, the final score, the Pontiac Central Chiefs 8, the Troy Colts nothing. We'll see you next week on the TCI Game of the Week.